And we are back with a brand new edition. What? They thought they could keep me away from TikToking? I don't think so. Maybe I should put this here. Be all professional with my shit now, guys. So nobody's bitching about my sound. It has to pivot, god damn it. We're gonna make that work. I don't wear clothes fit out for a lapel mic. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, sorry, I'm so highly distracted. I have to tell you about my parenting win, by the way, for Easter. I don't know if it's a win, though. I think she got over on me, if I'm being quite frank. Hey, Shancy. I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. I already know that sounds amazing to you, so go ahead and click that follow button or subscribe wherever you're watching from. I was not able to upload the live yesterday because when I got, flagged, now I can't download the live. What the hell? Anyway, if you're interested in having me manifest for you, or you want one-on-one coaching with me to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right, then that's what I'm here for. Click the links in my bio. Also, we have a WhatsApp community, which is lit, by the way. I'm going to share a couple of our newest success stories, so hopefully you will be inspired. Can we just say I'm having a great hair day today, guys? Hey, Teddy Bear Bear. Okay, hey, Liz. I postponed the live event to next Sunday. And I'm going to give you guys a bonus. We're going to jump timelines, okay? So if you haven't registered for the live event, you want to make sure you do that. You'll get lifetime access to the replays, and you're going to be able to jump. You're going to learn how to jump into your SP's timeline and get them to conform and do what you want them to do quickly, because that's what this shit is all about. Quickness, right? I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time on TikTok. If you ever miss a live, I do my best to put them on the tube of you every single day, so you can always watch them. Listen to them, mute the volume. I don't care, they're long. Help me get my watch hours up so that we can help more people understand that they're in control of their reality and in control of getting their SP to conform, and that we're good at it. We're good at it. Who the hell, let's be honest, who out there is teaching how to get SPs and getting their SPs to conform as much as we are? Let's be quite frank. Just saying. And I will tell you, yeah, they are, bro. I will tell you, though, my parenting win real quick before I know, it's looking so good today, isn't it? I will share with you my parenting win before we get started on SPs. Oh, in case you don't know, I manifested my SP from no contact, fully living with me in a matter of 4 weeks. So that's why I teach what I teach, because I'm good at it and I know it works, okay? But my parenting win for Easter, like I said, I think she got over on me because she knows I'm lazy. And so she's 14. Hey, day, girlfriend. And I was like, I said, how about we omit the Easter basket this year? She comes out yesterday. She goes, I've decided to take you up on that. And I said, so she has this whole list of shit. And I'm like, what's the running? She goes, what's my budget? I said, $100 for your Easter basket. Then I gave her an option. I said, $100 for your Easter basket. I said, and you can either choose to do the $100 for your Easter basket, or you can omit the egg hunt. And you have a $160 budget. And she goes, well, how much is in the eggs? I said, I don't know. That's a chance you're willing to take, sister. So she's like, okay, I'll ditch the egg hunt. I was like, okay. I made her make a decision. She has to know there's a gamble. She got over on me because I wasn't going to put 60 fucking bucks in the eggs. And then what was she like? Then she was $8 over because I told her, I said, oh, did you take into consideration taxes and shipping? I said, because this order is $8 for shipping. She goes, no. I was like, well, that's bad business, Kayla. Now you're over budget. So she's like, I'll pay you back the $6. I was like, with what money? She's like, with my money. I was like, oh, okay. You mean my money? I was like, okay. I was like, I told her, I said, how about instead of you paying me back the $6, you clean your room? She's like, deal. I feel like it was a parenting win for me, but I think she got over on me because I was like, who in the hell spends $180 on fucking Easter? With one child. I told her, I said, this isn't Christmas, right? It's fucking Easter, in which you don't even believe in the Easter bunny. So what are we doing here? Anyway. So that's the vibe. Yeah. Anyway, that was a long ramble there. But let's share a success story. Hopefully, this will motivate you. Okay. So, somebody posted in our success stories yesterday. She hired me, we'll say 4 days ago now, to manifest her SP for her. And so we jumped on a call. I told her how to play her part. We recreated her SP on the spot. And like she said, I told her, we don't wait for shit. Stop waiting, right? I told you guys, stop waiting for them. And so she took my advice, and guess whose hubby just came home? Yeah, that's right. 4 days. 4 days. Totally different man. She even said, Jen, what'd you do with my husband? Because he's a totally different guy. Totally different guy. You get what you want. Okay? You get the version of your SP that you want. So you need to stop with the bullshit. Stop with the nonsense. Some of you guys, I told you guys, here's your number one task. Here's what I want you guys to, and take this serious, okay? Your number one task is to get very clear on what it is you fucking want in person. I can't tell you how many times I jump on the phone and they're like, they're just great. The fuck does that mean? They're just great. But then you're like, but I don't feel like I'm a priority and he doesn't communicate. Well, then they're not just great, are they? And so you guys need to get very clear, get very descriptive in whole story mode. Like if you were to be casting your Prince, like this is your movie, right? So if you were to be casting your Prince Charming as the leading man in your movie, what qualities does that person possess? Who is that person for you? Because so many times you guys just don't know. You have no idea what makes them amazing. And I'll even ask you, I'll say, okay, so why this person? Why do you want this person back and not somebody else? Because they're just my person. Huh? See, that's the thing. If you can't get clear on the type of person that you want in your life, if you can't get clear on what your perfect person is, that's part of your problems. Because then what do you end up doing? You end up settling. Okay. You end up, because you're not clear on who you want for you, what qualities you want for your SP, you'll get them back or you're with them, but you're getting hot and cold behavior. They're not exactly who you want them to be. They're not treating you like a priority. They're not communicating with you. They're, treating you like a second option, right? All of these things because you're not clear on what you want from them. Jacques, you move past just getting dry text from them by doing exactly what I tell everybody to do. And that is assign the meaning you want to the text, right? Like Sarah was saying that in her success story, is that she would look at the text, right? And instead of reading them for what they were, she would assign the meaning. Like he's always sending me such sweet, loving texts, right? Because when you do that and you assign the meaning of the text versus dry text, okay, a dry text creates more dry text. But if you would actually assign a different meaning to those texts and say, oh my God, he is always sending me sweet, loving texts. Like literally, he's so fucking sweet. Even if he's like, screw you, right? You're like, he is so sweet. You'll see the text start to turn around where they're no longer dry texting. They're sending you sweet, loving text because that's the meaning you're giving to every communication that comes through you and your SP. So you'll start to see that those communications will turn around. Okay. So let's see here. I assume that we're in a relationship and he calls me his girlfriend, but can I want him to ask me? So we got, hey, poor Tim sister. Yeah, of course. Of course you can. Of course Paige, yeah, you can assume, if you assume you're in a relationship and he calls me his girlfriend, but you want him to ask you to be his girlfriend, there's no bars, there's no limits to what, thanks Georgie, thanks poor Temps. There's no limit to what you can want from this person, right? So, you can look at his picture and tell him, you're asking me to be your girlfriend right now. You're asking me to be your girlfriend right now. You're going to ask me to be your girlfriend right now. Okay. That's one of the things Sarah would, she's telling me, is that every time she would do the photo method, he would text her. But she was adamant on getting a certain text, right? She really wanted a certain text. And she's like, he still hasn't said that to me yet, but it's all right. It's okay. I'm going to keep going. And yesterday, he said what she wanted him to say in the text, right? It took her 3 days, 4 days, something like that. But he finally said exactly what she wanted him to say. Okay. You're in control of all of this. This is what you guys don't fucking understand, which is why some of you piss me off, because you are in control of everything, of everything. Okay. A lot of you guys will sit there and say, well, I want an apology. And I tell you, who fucking apology? Who cares about apology? Right. But if you, hey, Blythe B, but if you would change that around, because you want an apology, they could apologize to you as they tell you to go kiss their ass, right? They could be like, I'm sorry, and go fuck yourself, right? Like that's what they can tell you, but that's not what you want. So instead, it's like, but if you would persist in the version of your SP that you want, right? And you expect that version of your SP, don't you think that your perfect person will apologize for how he treated you? Hers did. Yeah. He gave her an apology because she didn't have to ask him for one. She didn't have to get all up in her panties in a bunch over one. But she saw the version of her husband that she wanted. Therefore, he apologized, right? That's just kind of natural territory. You guys harp on the little shit. Hey, Kim, fine sister. You guys harp on the little stupid shit when if you would focus on what you want, see the best in this person and only the best version of this person 100% of the time, they will do all the things that you want them to do. Instead, you guys think that this is like some long drawn out process where I have to affirm for every single little thing. Hey, I'm KJ sister. Thanks, girlfriend. Okay. You think that you have to affirm for every little thing I've got to do. No, if you would just see the version of your SP while you're affirming for what you want, but you don't have to get all into the minutia details about it. Hey, Z Milka. Okay. You don't have to get all into the details and be like all into the specifics, because if you're affirming and you're keeping your mind focused on what it is that you want, your SP, and how you want them to be for you and who you want them to be for you and all those beautiful, glorious things about your SP, then guess what? The rest of it comes with the territory. They will do all the other things you want them to do. Okay. Thanks, Kim, fine sister. Love you, bitch. Okay. They'll do all those things. So stop stressing over each and every little thing like I told you, that's what makes us different than everybody else, which is why your SPs conform quickly, right? Because they're telling you just affirm, just decide, and that's great. That's great. But what they're not telling you is what I do tell you, which is the main premise of what I teach you. And that is how you see them, I told you I've had a lot of people. KB Fines, love you, girlfriend. Love you, Risky. I've had a couple people that have told me I've manifested my SP back, but it was the same version, of course, because a lot of people will teach you how to recreate an SP, but they're treating it like if you want to up level, then if you want a different version of your SP, then this is an option. It's not an option. It is not an option. It is a requirement for you to see them the way that you want them to be for you. So therefore, they do all the loving things you want them to do. They treat you as the priority. They make time for you. They're constantly reassuring you of your relationship. Like all of these little things that you guys want from your SPs, you don't seem to realize they would do automatically all of those things if you would see them differently. If you would stop seeing them as fuckboys, as, wanting just to be friends with benefits or not want to talk to you, not want to be with you, wants to be with you, mess with other people, that doesn't make time for you, that's constantly canceling every time he makes plans for you, then that's exactly what you're going to get. That's exactly what you're going to get. But the reason why you're also getting that shit is because you're not clear on what you want. The only time you figure out what you don't want, you guys are good at that, but you don't want. But when it comes to what you want, it's like crickets. This is very common too. This isn't just like this isn't just when it comes to SPs. This is in general. Okay. Is when I would sit there, when I was doing NLP before, right? And I'd sit there and I would listen to him. I'd be like, what do you want? It's like about a job. Like, what kind of job do you want? They'll tell you all the things they don't want. And then you're like, okay, awesome. So what do you want? Well, now they got to think about it. No, that's backwards. You should very much know what you want. Okay, in general. So I need you all to get a grip and figure out what you want. Like, get all into the dream big. There is no limits to what you can have and what you can't have when it comes to your SP. You can have them be and do and whatever you want them to do. I told you want them to grow a couple inches? No limit. No limit. You think he could use a couple inches in height? No limit. No limit. Taz, what about for weeks and months of no contact? How do I assign meaning to that? Well, stop looking at the time. Okay. You need to stop focusing on the time. I had somebody who said, I think it's in the success stories or it was in my DMs or on here. It was somewhere. I have a screenshot though, that I'll post it. She went 2.5 years, no contact. So didn't matter. It didn't matter. She went 2.5 years of no contact and now they're talking again. Okay. When nothing else worked. Okay. If you do what I say, then none of that matters. No contact does not. Oops. Someone had to bite the dust. So all of the chat went all the way down. Hey, Brown Eye Crystal, where the hell you been, girl? All right, Sarah, let me take a look. I love getting text messages of movement. You know, you do understand I get those every day. Every day, people getting movement because they do what I tell you. I don't even I don't even get it. I don't, this is not an overcomplicated process. I am not the person that comes on here and is like, there's 5,000 steps you need to do to manifest your SP bag. I don't do that. I'm like, there's 4. That's it. 4. And they're not difficult. They're really not difficult. Okay. But Taz, you need to stop focusing on the time. You need to say, what if it's been 4 months, like you're counting down the days, like, okay, it's been 4 months and 1 day of no contact, because all that does is extend the no contact. Okay. Because you focus on how long you've been in no contact, because what you're focused on is no contact. So as long as you, and this is for all of you, as long as you are focused on the fact that you are in no contact, guess what you're going to continue to be in? No contact. Because you are focused on the fact that you're in no contact. Like, you're repeatedly telling yourself that, like, I'm in no contact. When are they going to contact me? Hey, son, when are they going to contact me? When are they going to contact me? When are they going to contact me? Well, the minute you decide that they're done with that shit, the minute you decide that of course they're texting me right now. Like, they cannot stand to not talk to me. I'm all they ever think about. All they can think about is being with me. And and they're contacting me right now. They can't stand not talking to me all day, every day. When you start seeing that version of your SP, they change. Okay. If you're a no contact still, then it tells me that you're not doing what I told you to do. Okay. It tells me all that I need to know. You're not doing what I told you to do because you would end no contact. Because your perfect person, I don't think in your description of your perfect person, it's that they don't ever fucking talk to me, is it? I don't think so. So if they're not talking to you, that is because you are wavering from the description of your perfect person. You're not seeing them how you need to be seeing them, period. There's no other way around it. Because if you're seeing them as avoidant, not talking to you, distant, don't want to be with you, they literally can't. That's what you guys don't understand. You guys want the opposite, but then a part of you doesn't want the opposite, because it's like, no, I'd much rather be a victim. Suits me much better. I want them to contact me, but nah, I'd rather see the worst in them still. It's cool. It's cool. You know, I want them to commit to me, but nah, I'd rather just see them as not wanting to commit to me. Or I'd rather just question our relationship over and over again. That's better for me. I'm thirsty. Look at us. I'll be on professional shit. I hate it. I don't wear shirts that are made for lapel mics at all. Maybe I'll wear a necklace and tangle it from my neck. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. Because you're not seeing that version of your SP, period. And you, like I told you, I don't care if it offends you. I hope it does offend you. I hope you're highly offended, by the way. Because maybe that's what you need to wake up. To wake up and sit there and say, okay, I'm tired of seeing, and that's what you guys should be. You guys should be using the success stories as complete motivation. As complete motivation. Like, because I told you that's what I did. That's what I did. I said, I'll be the biggest success story. Let me speed this bad boy up. Let me get my SP as quickly as possible because I want to be the biggest success story. I had all the circumstances too. So the circumstance sympathy wagon is I'm not the one. Okay. I had all the circumstances, but I didn't matter. It did not matter. I wanted to be that success story. So you should be looking at the success stories being like, yeah, you're damn right. That is going to be me. So I'm going to get a grip. Thanks, Jimmy. I'm going to get a grip right now. I'm not going to sit here and say and lie to myself. Stop lying to yourself. You either want to be with your SP or you don't. And if you want to be with your SP, then I don't understand how it is difficult to see the best in that person. I don't see how it's that difficult. Instead, but it's so easy for you to see the worst in them. Well, how do you drop the old story? I don't know. Just drop it. What else do you want me to say about it? Ignore it. Only go down memory lane of all the good shit and persist in what you want. Over and over and over again. Do you see the trend in success stories? They literally all end them the same. Persist, guys. Persist. What part of that is unclear? What part of that is unclear? But so many of you fold every waking chance you get. You revert back. I was on a call this morning where I was about to hang up the call, to be quite frank. Because I was like, are we just like, do you just want to hang out here? I mean, exactly what is it that you want here? Because she seemed so highly distracted with everything else. And I was like, but in the same breath, you're saying you want your SP back, but yet you continuously describe him in a way that you don't want him to be. I don't care if that's how their actions are right now. I don't give a shit. Why would you ever, I don't think I've ever, to be quite honest, ever described anyone in my life as an avoidant. Ever. Because who the fuck would avoid me? No one. I don't sit there and look for buzz terms to describe my SP. I didn't even know that was a shit. I didn't even know that was a thing. Right? But you'll be over here like they're an avoidant, they're distant, they're stubborn. Oh, okay. And you somehow think they're going to change that? No, because they're stubborn to you. They're an avoidant to you, but not to everybody else in their life. You care to know why that is? Because no one else in their life is describing them as a fucking avoidant. So therefore they give all the attention to somebody else. I tell you guys this, you guys see that they have time. Everyone has time and everyone makes time for what they want. Everyone does. So if you notice that they seem to have plenty of time for their children, and I don't mean little children, I mean grown-ass adult children, okay? So they have plenty of time for adult children. They have plenty of time for their job. They have plenty of time to hang out with their friends. They have plenty of time to do all that other shit. Go golfing, go do whatever they do, go have dinner, go to the bar, whatever. But then all of a sudden when it comes to you, they're busy. You know why? Because that's how you describe them. But yet their friends, they're never too busy for their friends because their friends don't view them that way. Their friends absolutely believe they're the priority. Therefore they are, over and over and over again. Their kids also believe they're the priority. Doesn't matter if they're 45 years old. Doesn't matter. Their family believes they're the priority. Therefore they always seem to have time for them. Always have time for them. Except for you. So when the fuck are you going to get a grip? And I told you, you have to break old patterns. You have to break old patterns. You cannot stop affirming for something until it is a natural thing for you now. It's not like you select your perfect boyfriend, you're like, job done. No, it's not. Sorry. Because they will try to test you, right? You will get annoyed at certain things, but you have to persist through it. Y'all need to get a grip. Let's answer some of these questions now. I'm done lecturing, and I'm done lecturing you for now. For now. But I'm pretty sure that somebody will try to test me. And that's okay. Because I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. Okay? Can I manifest my boyfriend to treat me better or manifest my relationship to get so long? BLB. Of course. Your boyfriend, were you not paying attention? Were you not paying attention to the past 25 minutes of my lecture? This is not a college lecture where you need to attend for college credits, bitches. Okay? This is me trying to help you. So you can manifest your boyfriend to treat you better when you start seeing him as treating you better. Okay? As treating you like a queen. He treats me like, excuse me. I'm going to get a bigger one, guys. I'm going to get a bigger one today. When you start to see your SP treat you like this, bitch, he will. And he will treat you better. Exactly how you want him to. When you start describing him in a way that treats you better. But figure out what better is for you. Okay? Like, basically ask yourself, what is he doing now that I don't like? Right? That's not treating me better. And what is treating me better? Everyone wants something different from their SPs. So it's like, okay, if he's not treating me better, I want him to treat me better. What is better to me? How will I know if he's treating me better? Right? You'll know that by figuring out what better is to you. What are things that you want him to do that he's not doing for you now? Right? Figure out what better is for you. And once you have that definition, then yeah. He is contacting me and coming to see me. Yes, he is coming to see you right now, Bevy. Hey, Amelia, girlfriend. Me and Javi were separated for 6 months. And he's back a changed man. You see that? You see that? Sarah's going to be all over my TikTok today. Separated for 6 months. See? You over here crying. Taz, you over here crying about 4 months. Stop it. Stop it. BLB, I don't recognize you. So I'm going to assume you're new here. Okay. I don't recognize you. So welcome to the family, by the way. But robotic affirming works. Okay. Robotic affirming works. However, hey, Jazz, robotic affirming works, but it is not the secret sauce to manifesting your SP back. It's not. Because if all you had to do was robotically affirm, then everyone would be with their SPs, right? It would have a 100% success rate. If all you had to do was robotically affirm for you and SP. But there's a lot of people who don't get their SPs back because it's not about robotic affirming. Robotic affirming keeps your mind in check. It keeps your mind disciplined. So did I robotically affirm for me and my SP? 1,000%. But I did it, and did I do it all like as much as possible throughout my day? 1,000%. But the only reason why I did that is to discipline my mind, right? To make sure that my mind didn't wander, because I'm impatient and I wanted to get what I want to get, right? But in order for you to manifest your boyfriend, it's key is you're obviously with your boyfriend. Okay. So the key to you getting your boyfriend to turn around to being your perfect boyfriend is how you see him, how you describe him, no matter what you see. That's the key. Okay. So like, let's say you're affirming and you're describing yourself and you're telling yourself, he's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. Right. And then all of a sudden, he calls you or you see him today and he's not so friendly. Okay. That's when the discipline comes in, because that's where you must say, nope, he's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. Even when he's being an asshole, perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend. You must only see him as that version of him. And then on top of that, you need to see yourself on that pedestal. You need to see yourself here and SP here. Okay. Not the other way around. Okay. Where you need to see yourself as the baddest bitch. Yeah. Like I have options. Like you're lucky. You need to have the attitude to yourself. Don't tell him this. I did. But you need to have the attitude like, no, I have options and I can have whoever I want. So you better get in line. You better get in line. Whoever I want wants me even more. Thank you very much. You're lucky I even want your ass. That's the attitude you need to have. And see yourself as the perfect girlfriend. Because when you see yourself as the perfect girlfriend, guess what he's going to see you as? The perfect girlfriend. And learn to shut the fuck up. That's my little bonus tip for you, since you're already in a relationship, is you need to learn to shut the fuck up. It's cool to have a disagreement. You're going to have a disagreement in relationships, right? But it should never turn into an argument. The only reason why it's turning into an argument is because you don't shut up. You have to get your point across. You have to let them know how you feel. Things like that. You can't do that. So you need to learn to zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket, and all the change happens here. Because when you verbalize something, it's a command. Here, it's his idea. And that's the fun part. That's the fun part. Okay, is not reacting to things. Thanks, Cola girlfriend. Don't react. You can't do things in your relationship. So you need to look at the version of your SP that you have today and ask yourself, is that the same version of my SP when we first met? I can guarantee you it's not. Thanks, Lisa girlfriend. You want to know why? Because you selected a different version of your SP. Every time he did something you didn't like, every time you argued, you selected a different version of your SP. And now when you compare the two, they're like night and day. In fact, you'll probably find yourself saying that, like, think he's changed. He's changed. He's not the same person he used to be. Of course he's not, but it's not him. It's all you. It's all you. Okay. So you need to go back. Thanks, Becky girlfriend. So BLB, you need to go back to the version of your SP when everything was great between you two, and only select that version. Okay. Spoke to the SP for coming from Alabama to PA to get his truck. I want him to want me so much. Cool, Dawn. So we all know, Dawn. I mean, I swear, your jaw must have been real tired after 11 hours of talking, but I love it. We know want creates more want. So you don't want him to want you so much. He absolutely can't get enough of me. Okay? He absolutely wants me. Every second that goes by, he wants me. Even more and more and more. You need to believe he wants you. Tell yourself that. He can't get enough of me. He literally cannot get enough of me. He wants me every second of every day. Every mile from Alabama to Pennsylvania, he wants me even more. I'm assuming there's a lot of miles there. And now, excuse me. And now he wants you even more and more and more. And more and more and more. Every mile he drives. Every mile he drives, all he can do is think about you. I have two SPs I manifest in communication. One of them I'm blocked and the other one is just not talking. Okay, I don't know what your name is because I hate cursive names because I can't read them. All right, so if you have two SPs and you're manifesting communication with them, this is for you, okay? You need to see them as that version. Now, how many times do we have to go through this? Okay? You need to tell yourself that. Like, they cannot stop talking to me. They're obsessed with me. I'm all they ever think about. They literally cannot stop talking to me. They have to talk to me all day, every day. They're constantly communicating with me. You have to see them communicating with you and tell yourself that instead of focusing on the fact that they're not communicating with you or you're blocked. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. I manifested somebody, she's blocked, but he showed up at her house unannounced. Didn't matter. And she was still blocked at that time. Didn't matter. Who cares about being blocked? Who cares? I'm going to go block all of you guys just so you guys can go, that's a good idea. I'm going to go block all of you just so you can get over the shit. maybe it'll help you guys get over it. Hey, Ella. But then again, if I did that, then you guys would have known not to lie. Oh yeah, do you like that, Elena? Seriously, it's so annoying. Okay, so the point is to simply describe our SP differently along with affirming. Yes, Nina. Yes. Yes. If you will literally describe your SP differently, then 1,000% you will see the turnaround. You will see the turnaround along with affirming for what it is that you want, but then also catching little blimping thoughts that might run into your mind that affirm the opposite. Okay? So like, that's where the priority thing comes into play when it comes to you and your SPs. You're not necessarily walking around town saying you're not the priority. They don't want to see me that I'm not the priority. You're not necessarily doing that, okay? However, this is where you guys keep letting history repeat itself. You keep letting the old patterns stay over and over and over again. And the way you'll do that is because you will sit there and you'll have like a thought. Like, let's say that they're going to bring you there, that they're like, hey, let's hang out tonight. And so you're like, okay, great. And so you're all like looking, you're counting down the time, right? But then you have a random thought like, what if he doesn't show up? Well, that manifests. That's alluding to the fact that you're not a priority to them, right? Because they didn't show up one time. They canceled one time. I told you guys, patterns start because they did something one fucking time. And then you're worried and concerned that they're going to do it again. Then they do it again because that was your narrative. That was your thoughts. So then they did it again. So then you have another momentary thought the next time they make plans with you. Wonder if they're going to show up. Are they going to do this again? Because they canceled twice already. Now they do it again. I have somebody like that where he was making so much time for her. He was coming over, making her a priority. And then they made plans to go out of town. And she was in her thoughts about it. What if he doesn't go? What if something comes up? What if we don't go? I said, stop that shit. Stop saying that. Well, guess what happened to her plans? They didn't go. Because it's those momentary little second, like, little glimpses of things. That's what causes it. It's something so subtle. You have the obvious ones where you waver against what you're affirming for, right? But there's other little blimping thoughts that you would have that go against what it is that you want. So that's the problem. It's those little annoying little blimp thoughts that you have that you just affirm. You have to turn that around. You have to turn that around. Zozo. I talk to your SPs about 2 to 3 times per day. Okay, I have 74 SPs that I'm talking to. 74 SPs that I'm talking to. So, a fucking novel or what? There we go, son. See, look. Isn't that fun when the SP shows up unannounced? I think it's fun. I think it's fun. I mean, mine wouldn't show up unannounced, but because we live together, but I would think that's fun. That's why you guys, see, you never know. That's why you guys got to be looking hot all the time. That's why you guys got to be looking hot all the time. Because you just never know. You never know when you're going to get a little knock on the door and then look through the little ring cam or the peephole and be like, oh shit. And I love when people take my advice about playing the show them what they're missing game. Okay, show them what they're missing. Because somebody in the success stories is saying that she was talking to her SP. They were FaceTiming. And he came to see her that night. because she was making sure she looked damn good on the video cam. Yeah, that's right. If you know you're going to see your SP, better be looking hot. Show him what he's missing. Because ladies, you have to understand. Ladies, you have to understand you're at an advantage. You're at an advantage. Call it what it is. Gentlemen, sorry if it offends you. Sorry, not sorry. But ladies, you're at an advantage. Because it isn't hard to get a man to come over. Because they think with one head first, and it ain't up here. If you know what I'm saying, it ain't up here. You muted your SP because you don't care about the 3D. He messaged my dad about coming over. I love that for you, Linz, but why did you mute your SP? Just get him to conform. Get him to conform to the version of your SP you want him to be. Because then you don't have to mute him, because he'll be exactly who you want him to be. Okay? Hope the paper runs out. Dealing with frustration. He's been silent 6 months. I know in my soul we are together. But do you, Risky? Do you? Because if you know in your soul that you were together, you'd be seeing some kind of movement, right? Some kind of, you definitely wouldn't be in silence for 6 months, okay? So I'm going to suggest that you do what I say, and that is to manifest him back in steps, okay? Because that's the problem, because that is the problem when you are manifesting from living in the end of relationship, when you're in no contact. I'm trying. I'm trying. But I'm gonna unplug it. That's what I'll do. Good idea. Plug back in when I'm done. So that's unfortunately the problem, the Risky, is that you need to manifest him back in steps. Because right now you're in no contact. So living in the end of relationship, this is why you're frustrated, okay? This is where you deal with frustration, okay? But if you would focus on manifesting him back in steps, then the frustration would end, okay? Because you'd see movement, right? So if you did what I always say, if you're in no contact, is to start with the fact that he's obsessed with you and you're all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting you. He's always calling and texting you. He's constantly spending time with you. He'll do anything to be with you right now. If you'll stick with those affirmations, you will break no contact, okay? So then it's a lot easier for you to step into relationship once you're in consistent contact, once he's spending time with you, once you're hanging out. It's a lot easier to step into that, okay? So that's what I would recommend. And, have patience, like I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? So that's what I would recommend, because therefore you will see it move, okay? Hey, Casper. Lisa, the photo method, we do that every day here. We're going to do it in a little bit. But we do the photo method here every day on my TikTok live. But if you are impatient and don't want to wait, you can go over to my page, my profile, and it's pinned to the top of my profile. It has like 40,000 views. So you can go ahead and watch it there and you'll know what the photo method is. I don't understand how a random thought could be more powerful than what we manifest. You know why, Raybu? A random thought often manifests more quickly because you didn't think about it again. You didn't think against it. You didn't think about it again. There was no, when you have a fleeting thought, there's no resistance to that thought, which is why it shows up. Okay. But if you would change that, this is why I always tell you guys that I think you should every day throw out a random thought, because we have to think, if the negative thoughts can manifest, thanks Gish, if the negative thoughts can manifest quickly, because you didn't think about it again. You said something one time, thought about it one time, never thought about it again. So if the negative stuff can manifest quickly, then logically speaking, based on the law of opposites, that also means that this is where we leverage the law, right? And say, okay, if it can happen with the negative, the same thing can happen with the positive just as fast. Because there is no, because I'm not thinking about it again. I have no resistance to it. So it's kind of like, if you're like, I'm going to see a butterfly today. You don't think about it again, and you really don't care one way or another. And you never give it a second thought. So therefore, all of a sudden you see a butterfly, then you see another one, then you see another one, right? Because I just saw a butterfly. Look at that. Okay. Because you're not upset. You're not putting pressure on it. Okay. You just thought about it one time. So every one of you should every single day throw out a random thought. Just throw out a random thought when it comes to your SP. I mean, a good one, obviously, a positive one, right? Because if you throw out a random positive thought when it comes to your SP, guess what's going to happen? All of a sudden they do it? Then great. So a lot of you guys, if you're having resistance to your SP and being in no contact, you could literally be like, he's going to contact me today. And then not think about it again. And then all of a sudden watch him contact you. Because you didn't even think about it again. You're not checking your phone. You're not doing any of that. And all of a sudden he's going to like my story today. And all of a sudden he does. Because you didn't think about it again. Okay? You can literally do this about anything that you want. Anything that you want. And all of a sudden they'll do it because you don't have resistance to it. So choose things that you literally don't have resistance to and just say it one time. Just say it one time. And don't even think about it again. And watch how quickly they do things. You can do this with gutter trash too. I had a client do this with gutter trash. She said it one time. And within 4 or 5 days, I think it was maybe 5 days, she got confirmation that it's headed in that direction. She said it one time. Right? So a lot of these things you can say one time and watch them do what you want them to do. They're all affirmations. Yes, they are. So if you're thinking more negative than positive, they manifest. They do. I tell you guys, you have 60 to 80,000 thoughts you process every single day. Well, that means that you have 60 to 80,000 affirmations you're saying to yourself every single day. So this is what pisses me off when it comes to some of you, when it comes to your SPs, is that you have 60, 80,000 thoughts that you process a day. And so if each thought is an affirmation, that's 60, 80,000 affirmations you're saying every single day. So why on earth is it that you would want to spend your free time thinking negative shit about your SP? If I'm going to process 60, 80, now granted, if you have a job, then, we'll say 40% or 50% of those are job related, right? But even if on a conservative scale, you think about your mind free roams part of the day. So let's say that you process 30,000 thoughts that are not work related, not focused thinking. Okay. Well, why on earth would you rather process 30,000 thoughts complaining and bitching about your SP? Oh, don't even trip, because that fucking loud ass printer. Yeah, I'm unplugging that shit every day. Every day. I'll make it out. I'm going to put that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to print an out of order sign, and I'm going to put that shit on the printer every day. I don't give a fuck. They could print I was like, what are you printing? A whole fucking book? A manuscript? What are you printing? Go away. But don't worry, because that's why we're upgrading our house so that I can, have my own little office again instead of keeping my old apartment as the office. No, I'd rather have an office. So there's that. Yeah, I'm working on all you guys. I'm working on all you guys. Yeah. He said, let's ignore the 3D printer. Then he made these funny noises. I was like, ugh, gross. They'll show up and announce Lenore. Is it Lenore? I don't know. You guys in these cursive hands. I didn't even know you could do that. I've been learning how to manifest, but I, for some reason, can't remember them. What do you mean, Ashley Blackburn? That you're not learning how to manifest, okay? Manifesting is something you've been subconsciously doing your entire life. What you are learning how to do is how to control it. So you're learning how to conscious manifest. There's a difference, okay? To take control of what you're manifesting, because up until now, you've been manifesting everything in your life as a manifestation. You've just been doing it subconsciously. Letting it run on autopilot, not flipping your thoughts, just letting your thoughts produce and produce and produce and produce. Okay. And that was really the defining moment of where I figured it out, because I was like, if our beliefs manifest, if I look at the major things in my life that I overcame, it all boiled down to the fact that I chose to believe the opposite. I didn't give a shit what they were telling me. I'm stubborn like that. But you know what? If you want to describe your SP in a negative way, then you need to leverage the law and make it work for you. For you. Mm-hmm. So, let's say he's stubborn. You're like, he is so stubborn, he can never let me go. You know what I'm saying? He is so stubborn that he tells me how much he loves me every single day because he's so fucking stubborn. He doesn't want me with anybody but him. I should do a monthly subscription where you give our SPs a top of telling off. Casper, how do you get your SP to contact you right now? Tell her has to contact you right now, first and foremost. Second of all, you need to start expecting different behavior. That's what I thought, Lenore. You need to start expecting different behavior. Okay? All right, girl, fine. Jesus, Angela, you got you have now you want me to have him show up with a bouquet of roses? I'm just kidding, bitch. Your wish is my command. Like the genie. Like the genie. Take a page out of Aladdin's book when it comes to the genie, by the way, or Aladdin, is that you take a look at, I just saw the movie last weekend, okay? But you take a look at how you can leverage, right? They wanted the genie, the sultan. They wanted him, they leveraged his wanting power to trap him as a genie. That's how easy it is to get your SPs to conform, guys. Elena. That's right. That's why you walk naked alone at home. Never know when somebody may pop up. My ex-boyfriend used to hate when I did that because he's like, there's windows, right? I'm like, yes. He's like, well, somebody could be looking in them. I said, well, it's a wrap, bro, because if they're already in the window looking at us, they're planning to break in anyway. So you had to take an honest look at where your thoughts had been. SP showed up unfavorably again yesterday. After really looking at it, I was not reacting verbally in the 3D, but I think I was some internally. Well, Brandy, so this is good. This is good because this is what you should be doing versus instead of reacting, right? Or instead of getting your thoughts all in a bunch, is you sit there and say, okay, wait a minute. Let me be honest with myself. I told you guys this. I was like, I don't like the coaches out there that are like, just be completely delusional. Like, oh, okay. No, you need to be honest with yourself. So you could start there. Is where are your thoughts really at? How are you really seeing your SP? How are you choosing to describe them? And then if they show up unfavorably, right, is what did she do? She took an assessment. I tell you guys, everything is nothing but feedback. It's nothing but feedback. There's nothing to react to. What is there to react to when everything is feedback? You're like, okay, I don't like this shit, so somewhere I'm going wrong. Somewhere I am going wrong. Let me take an assessment here. How am I describing him? Okay. So that's what I would suggest to you, Brandy, is what is unfavorable to you, right? So when your SP shows up unfavorable, what does that look like to you? How do you know? And then flip it. Okay. How do you know? You're like, and write it down if you have to, and be like, well, he had a bit of an attitude. He's a little distant, right? He's not as affectionate. Whatever he was showing up as unfavorable to you, now you flip all those and say, let's say, well, he wasn't showing me very much affection. He seemed distracted. He was on his phone the whole time. Not anymore. Not anymore. When we're together, that man doesn't even touch his phone. In fact, he shows me nothing but affection. He cannot get enough of me. Anytime we see each other, every time we spend time together, every time we see each other, nothing else matters to him. Nothing else matters to him in the world. Okay, when you do that, now he starts to conform to that, right? Your SP's descriptions will change constantly. Hello, Gimme. Oh, well, Lena, you are ready, sister. You are ready. Hey, you know what? My boyfriend used to say that, like, 'cause I love candles, right? And so when I was alone, I would always light candles. I was like, you know what, money I'm saving on the electric bill? Let's just go back old school. Let's go old school. I'm gonna put a candle in my daughter's room. I already have candles in my room. In our room. I'm gonna put a candle in the family room, in the kitchen. Just go old school. No need for electricity. Could you imagine who had the job to do that, to go light all the candles? You know, when you see like the Renaissance era and stuff, I'm like, whose job was that? To light all those 55,000 candles in the home. It's Mimi. For you to manifest for us, how long will you do it? For 7 days. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't typically think things all the way through. Let's just be quite frank. I typically don't think things all the way through before I just start offering it to you guys, because I want to help you guys. So right now there's no time necessarily. Well, that's true or not true. So right now there's not necessarily a time limit on it. Okay. Some people will do like, I'll manifest you for 7 days. I was like, damn, it's not very long. But the timing and the version that shows up is entirely up to you. Okay. So I'll keep going, but what I'm not going to do is play a dog and pony show with you. Okay. I'm not going to bring them to your door, have you screwed up and you go back in no contact. Then I got to bring them to your door again. Then you fuck it up again and go no contact. Then I'm not doing all that. We're not doing all that. So you have like two chances with me, max, to keep it going. And I'll help you keep them. Don't worry about that. So like when you start to get movement, I'll help you keep them. Okay. But, I had to do this with one of our members. I got her contact within 48 hours. And then we had a coaching come. She wanted to tell me all about a contact. And I was like, what are you fucking doing? She's like, I haven't heard from him since. I'm like, I'm sure you haven't. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, okay. She goes, okay, I got this. You're right. I see where you're coming from now. Okay, I got this. I said, round 2, dingy ding ding. And she's back in contact with her SP again. But this time she's doing different. Okay. This time she's doing different. Now the contact continues. Okay. Now the contact is continuing. Okay. So that's where a lot of times you guys will send me texts like, how do I respond to this? Right. Because we need the contact to continue, to escalate, not de-escalate. We don't want things going backwards. I don't do backwards unless it's a roller coaster. I love going backwards on roller coasters, but I don't do backwards on anything else. Forward motion, baby. Which is why I did things different with my boyfriend, to be quite honest, because I've always lived by the principle that I don't go backwards. All right. That's always been my thing. And so ever since I was like 16, it's always been my thing. I was engaged when I was 16 to a guy in the military, and he wanted to break up with me because he read a letter. He read the first sentence of a letter. Yes. a long time ago, from a pen pal, from a friend of mine that was in prison. And he read the first sentence of the letter and he's like, I want my ring back. It's over. And I told him, I said, you better make sure it's for good because I don't go backwards. I feel like if things are that awful for us to break up, then it's a wrap. That was just always my analogy. And then he found out, he felt stupid after, because then he was like, he read the whole letter and the very end of the letter was like, don't forget. Oh, because he got mad because he said, I owe you a trip to the movies because I paid for his movie ticket last time. And he's like, I'm so glad I love you as a friend, like some shit like that. And he felt bad and want to get back together. I said, what part of it's a wrap? Didn't you understand? And so I've always been that way. I've never gone back. And then it was this person where I was like, oh, no. When you get a keeper, you keep him. You know what I'm saying? When you get a keeper, you got to keep him. That was a little side note about me. Hey, Lisa. Well, thanks, Lisa Rodriguez. You're my new favorite person. I don't like anybody else but you now. I'm just kidding. She said she loves my videos. I'm serious. My electric bill used to be like $40 a month because I was like, they would call me Queen of the Darkness. Because I'm like, isn't that the whole vibe when it's dark to have candles? Why is it a whole vibe to look like it's noon inside at night? No. How do you relax when you got every goddamn light on in the place? So sometimes I have to go around and like turn off the lights. Is it okay to say he's always calling and texting me to friends and family, even if he isn't yet? Yeah, Dade, you can do that. You can do that. Some people, it depends if your family doesn't know the opposite, right? You can certainly do that 1,000%. Or you can just be like, yeah, we talk all the time. We're great. Or if they actually know you're not, then you just be like, yeah, it's working itself out. It's working itself out. We'll be fine. Because in your mind, you're like, yeah, no. He's fucking coming right now because I said so. But your family, it'll be like, I'm sorry, what? You're like, yeah, he's conforming. I'm locked in and don't worry, my SP's conforming right now. Your family's like, the fuck are you talking about conforming? Don't worry about it. But when my boyfriend shows up better than your boyfriend, you might want to know what I'm doing. Right? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? All your friends and family are like, how the fuck? Like, she's got like the perfect boyfriend. You're like, that's right. That's right. And if you want, I will give you one coaching session with me, sister. Now you're slanging one off, creating your SP sessions with your family. And then I'll tell you the secret sauce. Your husband's got a bit of an attitude. Would you like to change that? Oh man, I think it'd be great, right? Instead of having like a Bible study at your house every week, it's a get your SP to conform meeting at your house, your whole family, just the girls, just the females, your whole family. I started meeting every week and discussing how to get your husbands and boyfriends to conform. Oh man, I think that shit's fucking funny. I have too much fun on here. There you go, Danielle. See, she manifests her daughter. No contact, 3 years. See, somebody was just on here the other day. Good, Adrian. Are you back on the grind, bitch? Adrian? Are you back to your fabulous freaking... Look, I got one just so I could be like you, Adrian. See, she has a real one though. See, Adrian? Is this back on for you? Is this back on for you? She has a real one. She's a queen. Did you guys know that? She actually is a queen. Well, I'm serious, actually. We're in the presence of greatness. Okay. They're silly with what they like to report me for. Anyway, I'm manifesting that away too. No one ever reports my TikTok for what? For doing good work? I don't think calling Adrian a queen was bullying. Keep telling my man we are getting married now. That's right. See, Adrienne she's manifesting me to have her boyfriend marry. And he just brought up looking for houses together. Do you guys see how easy this is? That's why sometimes you guys will be like, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'll play my part. But Jen, speed this shit along. No problem. No problem. I got your backs. Who's got your back? I got your back. Okay, let's see here. Enough horsing around here. Thanks, Rhea. Thank you. I think we're going on a date night tonight, guys. Yep. Since I now have no plans for Easter, I can't not mess with my daughter. See, that's where that's where she's at a disadvantage. So she doesn't think we're going to have an egg hunt. Well, I have to go find her eggs first and foremost. If I can find her eggs, she may think we're not having an egg hunt, and it will look like we're not having an egg hunt. Because that's how I got her last year. She came out all like jazzed about it, and then she's looking around. She's like, I'll leave a couple feelers out for her. And then I just go around and follow her around and laugh because she can't find them. That's right. You got to have fun with them when they're older, right? When they're young, it's like you may as well just take eggs and just do this so they can go pick them up, right? Because they're all obvious. But now when they're older, it's like, no, we got to have fun with it. Yeah, now you better go get the magnifying glass, bitch, because you're an investigator now. You better go find them eggs. You got to work for that cash. But the only reason why I might do her eggs is because my dad, I had him bring me over 40. I don't carry cash, like ever. I'd be the wrong person to rob. Because I'm like, what are you gonna take? My wallet with my $2 bill in it? Because there's nothing in my wallet. I don't even know why I carry a wallet. I don't even need one. But it's like, there's nothing to take. But I have 20. I asked my dad for $40 in singles. See, that's why she's smart. She's smart. Because she would have gotten $40 in cash if she wanted to do the egg hunt. But I didn't tell her that. I gave her the option. And so she chose to omit the egg hunt. I guess that's the downside. When you raise your children, be smart. They're not as easy to fool. I sent you a DM asking what kind are they? Oh, girl. Okay, so here's a fun fact about me. They're the kind that I bought on Amazon. Because I like to change my nails I used to change them often. I've always had like actual acrylic nails, but then I was like, for what? I was like, you know how much money I spend on those things every month? I was like, for what? When I can go get them for like a couple bucks. It's about being smarter. Girly pop, we need to talk. That's what she said. Sure, sister. Send me a little message. My perfect wife is back and contact me today. Yes, Patriot. Yes. Be inspired by all of these stories, Patriot, okay? Of 6 months, no contact. All of these, and all of a sudden, husband's coming home in 7 days. Another husband came home after 6 months of no contact, right? Things like that is seeing the spouses getting back in contact, for one, with their spouse, right? And then seeing getting inspired by that, right? Excuse me. Taylor, why did you just send me a sad face emoji, bitch? That's all I could see. Better be good news. But getting inspired by that to say, okay, nothing makes him any different. So I'm not going to worry about circumstances. Circumstances don't matter. And I'm going to do what Jen said. What times do my live? Oh. Ow. Okay, the mirror. It actually got moved to next Sunday, where I have more time with you, and I'm going to throw in an extra technique. So I'm going to teach you how to jump into your SP's timeline. Yeah. I remember, and in case you weren't paying attention when I talked about it yesterday, is I remembered when I was doing NLP and I was doing timelines, right? It's called timeline therapy. But when I was doing timeline therapy, therapy I'd recommend, by the way. But anyway, there was a technique I learned on how to jump timelines to someone else's timeline. And I did that to my mom because I knew my mom wanted to lose weight. And so I jumped into her timeline and I had told her something about eating healthier and reading labels or some shit like that. And I didn't think about it again. And I was on my way home, and depending upon traffic. See, I'd always stop at LA and I'd always eat dinner in the hotel and get a cocktail because I'd rather sit there and eat and have a cocktail than sit in traffic for 3 hours. So when I would be on my way home, I'd call my mom and I talked to her about the day. And she was like, yeah, she goes, I was at the grocery store and I started reading labels and doing all this shit. And I was like, oh shit. And then I remembered it. I said, oh, and I told her about it. She's like, that's so funny because I like just randomly got the idea. And I was like, oh. And so I was thinking about that the other day because I'm always trying to think, see, difference between me and everybody else. I'm always trying to think of ways to help you guys get quicker movement, for you guys to help you guys, get your SPs back. And I'm not going to go down and teach these fucking stupid techniques that don't work, right? Because you didn't have to do any of that. But if you can jump into their timeline and give them the suggestion, it's no different than the photo method, right? Thought transmission. But you jump into their timeline and you change the trajectory of their timeline. What fun is there in that? I think it's fun. I have too much fun. And I'm going to actually sit down with my whole big manual, and I will sit down with my manual and pull out, because I know somebody had asked about the allergies too before. And yeah, you can affirm things away, right? You can affirm things away, but there's quick techniques that you can do just that. And the only reason why the only techniques I will ever teach are subconscious mind techniques. That's the only techniques I'll ever teach. I'm not going to teach you how to visualize, whisper in your boyfriend's ear and do stupid shit like that, drink a magic glass of water and imagine yourself in the pool of love. I did that shit. And here comes your SP like a creep in the night coming out the bush, and he's in the pool of love with you. And then a pink radiant light circles around you like a vortex. I did all that shit. I'm not going to teach you any of that shit. Okay. The only techniques I will actually teach you are designed to help you from the subconscious level, right? Because your assumptions are all stored in the subconscious mind. And that's where your core beliefs, values, and identities are. So if I can help you guys with techniques that will bypass the conscious and get that shit right up in the subconscious to help you out, I will do that. Because who's got your back? I do. People are just haters. That's right. Yeah, and SPs are keepers. You got to get them back. Hey, Jack, girlfriend. I never wanted to keep anyone talking about SP. So, and that's what you guys have to realize. Okay. That's what a lot of you guys have to realize. Oh, Michelle, how do I go about getting you to manifest my SP back? The link is in the bio. Okay. So you would just sign up there. Then I did add a button now for you to book a quick call with me. I do have slots open on Monday. I don't know what the fuck Easter Monday is, to be quite frank. I don't know why it says that on the calendar. I'm like, isn't Easter on Sunday? What is Easter Monday? I don't know. And how I did not know my child had spring. This is a parenting one of mine. My daughter's 14, right? How I still don't know that she has spring break the day after Easter. I don't know. It's been 9 years now, but that she's been in school, but it still never equates in my mind until like all of a sudden I was sitting there yesterday. I'm like, or the other day, I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that's right. She's got spring break this week. And my bestie's always like, bitch, we go through this every year. Like, sorry if it's not like on the top of my to-do list. I know that she doesn't have school when her ass is not in that shower at 7 a.m. That's when I know she doesn't have school that day. Hey, Mina, thanks, girlfriend. It's the only way I know she doesn't have school, because she's not taking a shower. Because she's habitual with her showers. Okay. But Michelle, you can go ahead and click the link in my bio. We get a 15-minute phone call. I help you recreate your SP on the spot. I tell you how to play your part in manifesting your SP back so that you can learn how to discipline your mind so that you can keep them. And then I get to work. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And a lot of people have gotten movement within 48 hours. Okay, when nothing was working before, right? Our newest success story, 6 months of no contact with her SP, her husband, and he came home within 4 days. And he came home a totally different man for her. That's why I sleep so well at night, guys. That's why I sleep so well at night. I take my daughter trick-or-treating, AJ, so I don't have to hand out candy to children. Actually, she's old enough now, I don't take her anywhere. She goes out with her friends. I drive her to the neighborhood. She goes out with her friends trick-or-treating. Then me and the mom walk around with cocktails. It's what we do. Judge me not, what we do. But you know how much money I fucking save? Yeah. Let's go raid everyone else's candy. I handed out candy one time on Halloween. It was the worst night of my life. I was like, I may as well just get my iPad out, put on Netflix, sit on my damn porch with a bowl of candy. Because the second you close that fucking door and sit down, somebody else is knocking. And I was like, this is stupid. This is so stupid. But the one good thing that came out of the pandemic is that a lot of people love to leave their candy bowls on the porch. And I'm 5'2". So if you don't think my happy ass will go walk around trick-or-treating, all day, bitch, all day. we had cocktails, me and my friends. We were walking around the girls were trick-or-treating. And I bring a rolling backpack so that they can, put their candy in there. Because, people always feel sorry for you when you go up to the front door and you have an empty bag. So she put it in there, but I had my own this time. And yeah, I was out there hustling the candy game. Judge me not. I was hustling the candy game. And my daughter, she doesn't even eat candy like that. So she'll go and she'll pick out her candy, like her handful of candy, and she slings it to my dad. She's like, here's the bag of candy, Grandpa. I'll take the cash. He takes her shopping in lieu of her Halloween candy. I'm telling you, my daughter's a born entrepreneur. She's a born entrepreneur, a hustler, baby. That's been her thing. And she won't even let me touch a piece of her candy because it goes to her grandpa. I was like, I don't think he's going to notice that a handful of Butterfingers were taken. But Take 5, those are my favorite candies. If anyone wants to mail me a Take 5, I will kindly be happy. Good, Lisa. Good. I love the fact that you have the ability to save your marriage, right? It only takes one person to save a marriage. It only takes one person to save a marriage. It does not take two, which is why couples therapy doesn't work. Okay. And when you can learn how to do this, you'll see your husband or your wife turn around. What greater satisfaction is there in that? You're helping them out too, be better people. Look at it that way. I think you need to be a better person for society's sake. So I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to lock it in and I'm going to persist because you know what? I owe it to society to make you a better person. Look at it that way. Whatever you got to do, but stop bitching about your SPs. Stop bitching about your SPs. Stop doing that. Okay, it doesn't work out in your favor. All you do is get more of the things you don't like. Greg, my ex-wife was begging for me back over the holidays after a fallout. I realized I can do better. Well, if that's what you want. Oh, Lisa, that's it. Just so you all know, Lisa Rodriguez is my new favorite, by the way, guys. That's right. You guys don't flatter me enough. You know I love all of you. My SP came to see me for a bit last night. Now manifesting for him to come see me longer tonight. That's right, girl. Thanks, Shanzi. That's right, Nesp. Okay. We to embrace the fact that you got him to come see you for a little bit last night, right? But now, no. Yeah, I want you to stay. You're going to stay, actually. Look at his picture. It tells us that. You're coming to see me tonight for a long time. Yep. You're coming to see me tonight for a long time. You're coming to see me tonight for a long time, honey bunny. See you soon. Did 3 miles while watching your live. I'm manifesting every time I watch you, I lose weight. That's right, Risky. That's right. And God bless you for doing 3 miles. God bless you for that. It sounds exhausting. Sounds exhausting. Triathlons will never be in my future, just so you know. I will never, ever do a triathlon unless I'm sitting in a buggy in an automated scooter, an electric scooter. Then I will do a triathlon. Do it, Jenna. Let's get it, girl. Let's get it. I have several people that do the month-long coaching with me. And then, but when you check out though, get ahead of the game, girl. When you check out for the month-long coaching, you're going to get a coaching calendar, right? Where you schedule your time slot. Save that link. Okay. Save that link because that's my calendar. And a lot of people will go and book several times or like at least weekly, just so they already have prearranged times. And then we'll add in more as they need them. But you get unlimited, sister. Okay. Can I text you today? Nope, you cannot, girly pop. I'm just kidding. Of course you can. Of course you can text me today. Yeah, that's right. The book club, the book of affirmations. Do you know how many times, hey Johnson, do you know how many times people were doing their affirmations and their SP came walking in? Oh. Mute the volume. That would happen to me. I'd be watching some kind of YouTube videos and my boyfriend would walk in. I'm like, mute. Hey, honey. I sometimes think about if someone found my phone with all SP content. Could you imagine? Oh, Johnson, honey, let's work on your dating profile a little bit. Okay. You need a woman that you can take good care of. Love that. I have a Venmo tip jar in my bio. Feel free to shoot me a tip, bruh. And you're willing to be loyal. That's not a good selling point. Okay. That's not a good selling point. So in your dating profile, in the next live that you go in and pitch the same thing, I want you to say, and I am the most loyal and committed. That's a good selling point. I'm the most loyal and committed man you'll ever meet. There you go. Then come back to this live and tell me how much interest you got. But don't go around telling people that you're willing to be loyal. Most women would be like, what does willing mean? Just a little tip. You're welcome. Good, Adrian. Good. And now what did we learn, Adrian? What did we learn? You're going to persist, bitch. Persist. Okay, he is being great. What are you repeating yourself, Donnie? I already addressed that, bitch. That's right, Lisa. That's right. Yeah, he's going to absolutely. Lisa, girl, he's already sending you flowers right now. He's sending you flowers right now. They're actually already bought and paid for, and they'll be at your house tomorrow. So expect them. And you know what you can do too, Lisa, is you could visualize a 5-second scene. You can visualize a quick 5-second scene where you see yourself. Let's say it would be like, okay, so let's say you would see yourself opening the door and there's a bouquet of flowers there, right? Or it would be you opening the door and there's Honey Bunny standing there with a bouquet of flowers for you, right? Just a quick 5-second scene, and then you just loop that over and over and over again. Okay, just loop it. 5-second scene. And get them, and then come back and tell me when you get them flowers, girl. Okay, Nadine, you're never going to let them go again in the most healthiest of ways, though. But that's where, for you, and not just you, Nadine, for a majority of people, that's where the discipline has to come in. That's where the discipline has to come in. Because I won't, especially with you, Nadine, I will not play the game of contact, we're back in no contact, contact, no contact. The best thing, I want you, Nadine, before you do the manifest for me, right? Like right now, I want you to start right now, not reacting. That's my challenge to you. Don't react to anything. I don't give a fuck what you see. I don't care what you see. Don't react. That's my stretch to you. Give yourself 24 hours. Say, I'm going to keep doing what I do, but I will not react. I absolutely will not react this time. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to react to anything. I'm going to learn to shut the fuck up and I'm not going to react. Nope. Oh, trying to trigger me. Not reacting. Not reacting. Oh, trying to trigger me. Nope. I am not reacting because I'm better than that. I am better than that. I am better than that. Thanks, fair girlfriend. Okay. That's my stretch to you, chick. Okay, Nadine, because I love you. I love you so much, Nadine. Okay. And that is going to be a big one for you, is to not react. Because you need to start now. You need to start now, not reacting and not chasing. Okay. So all I want for you, Nadine, right now to do is, this is all of you, is to not react for the next 24 hours. I am not going to react. And for the next 24 hours, I'm going to put myself, I'm not going to chase, I'm going to put myself on that pedestal for the next 24 hours. You have to see yourself as the baddest bitch, as the perfect girlfriend. You have to see yourself as the perfect girlfriend. If you do not, how can you ever expect them to see you as that? We're doing a fucking egg hunt this morning. Now I'm going to go and see if they have any eggs. Preferably filled with candy. Thank you very much. Okay. How high do you feel like going through phones affirms bad behavior or manifest it? Chris, I would highly recommend you don't go through phones. Only because there's that where you seek, you will find. Okay. And there's only one reason you would be going through someone's phone. Because you don't trust them. You think something is going on. So therefore, you will get confirmation of that. You will. Because why do you need to check their phone? I personally would never want to, ever. Ever. And I wouldn't like someone checking. And that's how a lot of you guys, this is what you have to understand is a lot of the behavior I'm doing right now, would I be okay if it was done to me? Would you want someone to be tracking your location? Would you want someone to be going through your phone? Would you want someone to be stalking you in an unhealthy way? Would you want someone to be blowing up your shit over and over and over again? Is that what you would want? Would that make you feel good? Would that bring you closer to that person, or would it repel you away from them? Well, then what makes you think your SP is any fucking different? They're not. They're human. They're people. I would be annoyed as crap if somebody was texting me back to back to back and blowing my shit up over and over again. I'd be so annoyed. I don't care who it is. It could be my mom. I'd be like, what the fuck? And that's exactly how I'd answer that phone. What the fuck do you want? Right? Because you're annoyed. And the more the calls persist, the more the unwanted and unsolicited texts keep coming, the more annoyed you get. What part of this don't they understand? What part of leave me alone is unclear? See what I'm saying? Versus if they would have told you that and you would have been like, fine. Then guess what? They would have probably ended no contact a long time ago. A long time ago. But you now, if all of you for 24 hours are going to see them only as perfect boyfriend, you're not going to react to shit, being left undelivered, read, whatever. You're not all that dumb shit. You're not going to react to that anymore. And you're freaking going to get a grip. If you're a no contact, I want you to start, like, how they break up with you. This is why I always tell you, give me some backstory. And then where are you currently at with your SP? How they break up with you, and this is where you should look at. This is what you should look at if you want to be honest with yourself. How they break up with you tells me all I need to know about your underlying description of your SP. Because if you were honest with yourself and you actually thought he was a good person, like, I didn't say perfect boyfriend, but good person, they break up with you in a very nice, soft way. Where they'll be like, you know what, I just can't give you what you need right now. Or I love you, but it's just, I can't be present in the moment right now, right? There's very, very sweet about how they break up with you. Very respectful. Where you're like, really? Is this what we're doing right now? So if your SP ended your relationship like that, then you don't have a terrible description of your SP, not a terrible one. Now, can it improve? Yes, but at least you don't have a terrible version of your SP. Now, if your SP blocked you on everything, was not as nice to you during the breakup, then that tells me that you have a very not good description of your SP. Which is why things are the same, which is why nothing has changed. Okay, so take a look. Be honest with yourself. Take a look. That's how you'll know. That is how you'll know if you have a good description, an underlining good description of your SP that needs improvement, or if you don't. Because how they broke up with you will tell you everything that you need to know. That's my background. I'm trained to listen to language. Okay, and so that's why I want you guys to talk, because I pull out your language. Okay, so yeah, and I'm good at it. So please don't go through somebody's phone. Please don't do that. I would never want to. Ever. Okay. You don't want him to want back. Okay. Dawn, are you know what? I'm not even going to talk to you, Dawn, until you tell me that you're here. Are you here right now? I'm going to assume you are, because you keep posting the same shit. Okay. You want him to want me. I want him to want me back so bad after he sees me again. Then show him what he's missing. Show him that you're different. Show him. That's my challenge to you by next weekend. Next weekend, show him that you're different. I'm not saying grovel to him and do all that, but first of all, rock his fucking world when you see him this week. When you see him next week, you know what I mean? Rock his world. Oh, and then of course, show him that you've evolved. That's the trend, okay? Is because you're doing this for you, right? So when you're evolving and you're not reacting anymore, you're learning to shut the hell up, and you're doing all the work in your mind palace, and you're persisting in perfect boyfriend and doing all the things I tell you guys to do. They will notice it, and they often will say something like, is everything, that's what Sarah's husband said, everything okay? Are you okay? Because you're not reacting anymore. You're not reacting. They're used to firecrackers, right? They're used to women that pop off, that want to sit there and cuss their ass out. So next time they say something to you and you're like, all right, yeah, I totally get it. And then they're like, they're waiting. They're like waiting for the for the ball to drop. And then when you move on, then they're like, what is going on here? Something's wrong. She's changed. Something's different. Yes, something is different, and he will see that. But stop saying you want him to want you back. You wanting him to want you back is implying that you're chasing him and he won't be chasing you. No, actually, he's begging me to take him back. Like he's begging you to take him back. He'll do anything to get back together with you right now. Like, period. He will do anything. Not you. Not you. Okay? You want him to want you back. No, bitch. Sorry. You absolutely want to be with me right now. You absolutely want to be back together with me right now. Absolutely, 100%. Okay, come from that perspective. Okay, come from that. Ahmed, I'm always this charming until somebody pisses me off, which is bound to happen once or twice in my life. But that's totally fine. It's totally fine. That's right, Lisa. I'm glad, because the minute you get tired of being the victim and you buckle down and you go get what you want, it's amazing how things change. It's amazing how things change. People are very easy to change. Just like your boss is easy to change too. People are people. You don't like your coworker's attitude, change your coworker's attitude. You don't like your boss, you don't like his attitude, change your boss. You want to make more money? Then tell his ass what to do. You understand how simple that is, right? You can get anybody to be whoever you want them to be for you. Doesn't matter. There's no limit. There's no like, you can do this for the SP, but you cannot do this for your employer. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Okay. My SP checked my phone, and that's how all the shit went down, because he was so insecure. Yeah, I can't. That is not the vibe. You know, and I will tell you guys something. Let this inspire you. If you're in a relationship with your SP, remember I told you, you're human. Remember I told you, you have to, and you have to remember that. I'm human, and especially as women, find it very challenging to keep our mouth shut, right? Which that's fine. That's fine. This is how we have to leverage. We leverage the delay in manifesting, right? Because we say, okay, there's a delay, and the delay's for my safety. So love this for me. How can I leverage that? Perfect. Okay, so here's the game plan. My SP does something that I don't like, that I don't care for. I don't need to verbalize, right? We don't need to verbalize, we internalize. So I don't need to tell him shit, but I'm kindly hang this fucking phone up. Gotta go. Fuck you, motherfucker. I can't fucking believe you, asshole. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. Perfect boyfriend. He is the perfect boyfriend. Best relationship. No harm done. No harm done. But you feel better, because you're like, I got it all out now, and I'm ready to move forward. There's been times when I did that. Because you're frustrated because you want one thing and then maybe it doesn't happen exactly how you want it to, right? Or like, let's say your honey says he's going to come over and see you in the next 30 minutes and you've been waiting 2 fucking hours, right, for him. And so you're frustrated, even though he ends up coming over, but he's late. So instead of you getting frustrated, being like, and then when he's there being, where the fuck have you been? Blah, blah, blah. That's rude, da, 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 to him. No, you're annoyed because he's showing up late. And the longer time goes by, you're like, fuck him. Who the fuck does he think he is? Fuck him. He can go fuck himself. Blah, 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 blah. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. So you already let it out. You already let out your frustration. So now your man shows up at your door. And now you feel better. You're like, hey, honey. Why? Because you already let the shit out. Not to him, to yourself. And now you're like, okay. And now I can move on and we can enjoy the night now. Because I let it all out. I said exactly what I needed to say. Now I feel better. And now you can enjoy the night. Versus you sitting there getting frustrated. Then he comes over and you want so badly to be like, where the hell have you been? Like, blah, 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 right? And so either you verbalize that or you don't. And now now you're not having a good time together that night because you're annoyed by it. You're annoyed by it. You maybe asked him about it and now you don't like his response either. So you're just annoyed by it. So instead, let that shit out and then move on. And no need to bring it up because you know what? I already told him exactly how the fuck I felt to myself. And so now I can move on. Now I can move on. No harm done. Yeah. There's no law that says that you can't verbalize things not to them. When you verbalize things to them, well, that's when the problem happens, right? But there's nothing that says that's where you leverage to say, but there's a delay. So if there's a delay, and I've learned that negative thoughts manifest, so if I flip the thoughts when I'm done with them, well then shit, that means I could talk shit about him all day long to myself if I want to. No, for a minute, excuse me, not all day. That means if he pisses me off, I could talk all the shit I want to myself for one hot ass minute and then turn it around and flip it and be like, perfect wife and perfect boyfriend, we have the best relationship. And I feel better because I let it out. And now we can move forward. And nothing happened from it. See what I'm saying? Got to think smarter, not harder. Tell you guys, do that. If you guys do that, I promise you guys will feel so much freaking better. You guys will feel so much better because you'll be like, yeah, I don't like keeping it bottled up because I'm not one to keep things bottled up either. I'm not one to be confrontational either. I feel like what do I look like wasting my energy being all confrontational and shit? I don't need to. I don't like it. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'm not going to do all that, but it doesn't mean I don't have something to say. So I'd rather say it to myself. Because think about it this way. If you let it out to yourself, it's a one-sided conversation. Yeah. So you don't have to hear a response. It's like talking to a baby that can't speak yet. Or do what Morgan does, talk to your cat. Because they're not going to say anything that's going to fume you even more, right? They're not going to respond to where you're like, oh, that is it. The gloves are off. Or they're not going to do anything to trigger you even more because you're talking to yourself, right? So it's like, but you got to say what you needed to say. So why wouldn't you feel better? Now you're like, okay, that's good. Oh yeah, and I don't have to hear a smart as fucking comment either. So we're good because he's the perfect boyfriend. That's control. You broke up, Warda. You didn't break up because he was not ready for marriage. You broke up because you didn't think he was ready for marriage. You questioned if he was ready for marriage. So because of that, he pushed that out and reflected that. Because this is where I tell you guys, stop waiting. No one of you guys should be waiting for shit. I'm not waiting for him to commit. Why would you wait for him to commit? Why are you waiting for him to want to be with you? Why are you waiting for him to want to text you? Why are you waiting for him to want to talk to you? Why are you waiting for him to want to come see you? Why are you waiting for him to want to be in a whole relationship with you? Why are you waiting for him to want to marry you? Why are you waiting for him to want to live with you? Do I need to continue? Why are you waiting for them to do anything? They're only doing what you think they want to do anyway. There's nothing to wait for. That's why you guys wait for a long time. That's why you're like, we've been together for 6 years and he doesn't want to commit. I've just been waiting for him to commit. Well, you understand he won't commit to you until you think he will, right? He literally won't commit to you at all until you start thinking he wants to commit to you, until you start thinking that you're perfect together. When you start thinking that you're perfect together, well, he starts to think that your relationship is great. He doesn't see problems in your relationship because you are thinking, no, we have the best relationship. We never argue. No, he thinks our relationship is perfect. Well, he has to reflect that to you. He has to reflect that to you. Or you can sit there and continue to want to wait for them to confirm, but they're always confirming. So you're going to wait a long time. You're going to wait a real long time because the only thing you're waiting on is yourself. That's why waiting doesn't work. Because you're waiting on them when you're waiting on yourself to start assuming that, to start telling yourself that. Then they do what? Oh, that's right. Push it out. It's manifest. It depends on why he would have blocked you. There's 2 reasons why you're blocked. Okay. First one is he might have ended it nicely. Okay. He might have ended it nicely, but you in your mind were still thinking opposing thoughts to it. Or when he ended it nicely, you came pleading and desperation energy to get him back, right? Blew his shit up 10 million times, sent him text messages, went on his social media, started liking all his posts to try and get his attention, maybe sent him some DMs while you were at it, all the things. That's why he blocked you. Okay. It's the behavior following the breakup that annoyed him. So he blocked you. Or he just didn't want to, or it just pains him to see you. So he felt it was just best to block you so he could spy on you without you knowing it. I'd go with that one. I'd go with that story. Just saying. Jacques, you see? That's right, Flashy. Okay, Jacques, you see your SP as your perfect girlfriend by thinking about all the happy times you spent together. Okay? You can see them as your perfect person if you would, cherry pick in old story all the good things that you had, or shoot all the way back to the beginning. She just take the fast pass all the way back to the beginning of your relationship and recall that person then. Okay, you're not making it up. Some things, when we recreate your SPs, some things we're not making it up, but we'll recreate and we'll pepper in things that, but it's not like life altering. Okay, but, and we'll pepper in things that you want from the relationship. But it shouldn't be hard for you to see your SP as the perfect girlfriend because they were at one point in time. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? They were a perfect girlfriend at one point in time. So all you're doing is recalling that person, that version of your perfect girlfriend. It's not like I've never met this person at all. So how on earth do I see them as the perfect girlfriend? You've met them, you've dated them. So it shouldn't be hard for you to see the perfect girlfriend when you were with them. So unfortunately, people like to stick to the end. They like to live in the end of their last relationship versus live in the beginning. That's a good one. That's a good one. You shouldn't live in the end of perfect. The only thing you should be living in the end of is what you want out of your relationship. But, but really, a lot of you guys should be living in the beginning when you first started dating. Because when you live in the beginning of when you first started dating, they were your perfect person. They checked out you, or you would have never, think logically speaking, if they were not perfect for you, you would have never started dating them in the first place, right? Nobody's like, this guy's a complete moron and an asshole, but you know what? Maybe he'll grow on me. No. Yeah, Taylor, you're still talking to your cat? Yeah, see, that's it. You guys got to realize when you guys let it out, you guys feel better. Just not to them. Just not to them anymore. I'm telling you, all these things are game changers for you because you can't bottle it up inside, right? Because if you bottle it up inside and just push it aside, it creates resentment. It boils over. Then apparently it just lashes out, right? So you have to let it out, but not to them, to yourself. And then flip it when you're done. Don't just let it out and keep it pushing. There's a couple people. That's why I laugh when you guys freak out about being blocked. Do you know there's a couple people, there's a couple of our members that were blocked because they're obsessed with them. Not the members, their SPs were very much obsessed with them. So they blocked them. It's not out of anger. It's not all the time. It's not out of anger, guys. They just want to be able to look at your shit without you knowing they're looking at your stuff. Yeah, that's right. That's right. What can I do to get movement from my SP, considering he's busy with work and theater rehearsals? Well, Jackie, busy with work and theater rehearsals are circumstances. Okay? So, as long, and I don't care if he told you that. I really don't care if he told you that. Because that's true for him. However, he's not that busy. People always find time for the priority, okay, for something that's important to them. So, and hold your questions because we're going to do the photo method in a second. Okay. So you can get movement from your SP when you stop using busy with work and theater rehearsals as an excuse. Okay. If you'll drop that excuse, well, then all of a sudden he has time. Like, he's never too busy for me. Tell yourself that. I don't give a shit if he told you today, like, babe, I can't see you today because I'm just really busy with work and theater rehearsals. In your mind, you're like, he's never too busy for me. I'm his only priority. I'm his only priority. He's never too busy for me. And all of a sudden, he has time for you. All of a sudden, time in his schedule has cleared. Because if you think about it this way, the guy has to drive home to and from places, right? He has to drive to and from places. He has to eat. He has to eat. Okay? He has to have some kind of rest time. All of that stuff. But the reason why you're getting those as excuses now is because he said it one time, right? And very much may have been very true. But then you started using that as a reason why you couldn't see him, why he was pulling away, why things were going backwards. Like, oh, you're justifying it, but to protect your feelings. I had another client like this I talked to yesterday. I said, you say these things to protect your feelings at the same time, right? Because it's like, who the fuck is going to walk around and be like, he just doesn't want to see me. He just doesn't want to see me. I feel so good about that, right? Like, no one's going to do that. In fact, if you looked at it that way, you would probably get offended, right? If you were like, oh, he just doesn't want to see me. But by him not contacting you today or not coming to see you, and you're like, I just know he's busy with work and he's got theater rehearsals, it makes you feel better because you're not addressing the elephant in the room of not wanting to see you, right? And I'm not saying he doesn't want to see you. That's not true. But we do that to make ourselves feel better. But we can't do that. We can't do that. So instead, I don't care, because what you'll notice is he'll stop saying that. Adrian dealt with the same thing in here. I was so busy with work. But all of a sudden, was driving over to her house to tuck her into bed. All of a sudden was, coming over and hanging out with her when he was so busy before. They'll find the time. Okay, Jackie, so that's how I want you to ditch that excuse that he gave you, okay? And like I said, it could have been real for him, but now you're justifying behavior based on that. We can't do that. Okay, so let's stop justifying his behavior on that and start telling yourself that he always makes time for me. I'm his top priority. Okay, and you'll see the turnaround. Yes, kitty cat. I'm on the case. Is that how they do it? Yes, you're right. I'm always right. I told him we could make it work and double texted. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. It's totally fine. But you know what? Just like you can create getting blocked, you can create being unblocked too. You could always change it around. Yes, you did, Maria. You created the avoidant tendencies that your SP has 1,000%. First of all, you're referring to him as an avoidant, okay? Which means he has to show up that way. That's the version of him that you're selecting. Second of all, whatever he did it one time. And you started describing him that way now. Then he did it again. Then that reaffirmed to you that you're right. And now he did it again and again and again and again and again. And oftentimes it amplifies. It grows. because it stemmed from one time, did it again. Now we got a pattern because and the patterns are only created because it reaffirmed to you that you were right. See, here he did it. See, he just did it again. Okay. Now that's an assumption of yours. It's real easy to create assumptions. You guys think it's this long drawn out process. It's not a long drawn out process to create an assumption. It only takes them doing something 2 times for the assumption to be created. Typically, though, it's the opposite. It's the negative stuff that you're creating assumptions on. So this is where we have to leverage the law and say, okay, if something's done 2 times and now we have a whole pattern because now it's an assumption because the second time they do it, you have reaffirmed to yourself that that is true. So now it's an assumption. And if that happens negatively, then why can't I do the same thing the opposite direction? Positively. They do one thing. I hold on to that shit. Just like when they don't show up, when they make plans for you and they don't show up. Oh, you don't let that crap go. You remember that shit. No problem. So the next time they make plans with you, guess what? You kindly revert back to the last time because you got a stellar memory. You guys have to realize how funny you are. You have a stellar memory for all the bad shit. All the bad stuff. You're like, yes. I remember the last time this motherfucker did that. And then now here we go. He did it again. You're like, see, told you. Because you have no problem recalling the first time he did it. But then when it comes to the good stuff they do, we justify it away. We still bitch. We still bitch. He contacts you. Well, it's just a dry text. It really wasn't anything big. Now you justify it. You downplay it. So then he texts you again. It's another dry text. You're like, see, all he's doing is dry texting me. Versus he texts you, yo, what's up? And you're like, he is so sweet. My God, look, of course he's texting me. Why wouldn't he? He always sends me loving texts. Then he texts you again. And it's like, hey. And you're like, see, he's always calling and texting me. And they're always so sweet. Why can't you create that pattern instead? Instead, you brush the crap off. You still bitch. It doesn't matter what they do. It's like it's not good enough. And then when they break up with you, what do they tell you? I'm just not good enough for you. If you were told that when you got broken up with, if you were told that you're not good enough for that they're not good enough for you, do you want to care why? Because all you did was bitch about everything they did and didn't do. Everything they did and didn't do. That's where we have to break patterns because you guys will complain about something verbally to your SPs, right? They'll do it. You'll be like, you never do this, right? So they will they'll make that change. They're like, oh, you know what? That's a valid point. So now they're doing the opposite. And they've done it 20 fucking times. And the next time you get upset with them, guess what you say? You never do this. Even though they just did it 20 fucking times. You keep reverting back to them not do what they're doing is not good enough over and over and over again. Then you wonder why they tell you that when they break up with you. Because it doesn't matter. The 2 words that always come up in an argument are always and never. You always do this. You never do this. You always do this. You never do this. Then they make the change. And the next time you argue, you always do this. You never do this. You always do. You totally discount everything they've done. That was what you wanted. You want them to contact you. So they contact you and all you can do is bitch about the context of their text. So now you're creating a pattern of dry text. They don't talk to you twice. Now all of a sudden you're bitching about the fact they're not communicating with you. And now all of a sudden they don't talk to you at all. Now you went no contact. But when it comes to the positive shit, no, you still assign negative meaning to that shit. You still assign negative meaning to that shit. You want them to come see you. They come and see you for 1 hour and you're like, that wasn't fucking good enough. I can't believe it. He can't spend a lot of time with me. You have to ask yourself, is the behavior what I want more of? If the answer to that is yes, then I'm going to embrace every time they do it. Every time they do it, I'm going to create that assumption, because it only takes 2 times for you to get that assumption. It's not a long ass process. The only reason is because you guys brush all that shit under the rug. Oh yeah, he texted me, but it's dry texting. It's not good enough. Oh yeah, he texted me today, but he only texted me twice today. How do you get more of things if all you do is bitch about when you get it? How do you do that? Help. That makes sense. So if you want more of the behavior, you need to recognize the behavior and then change it in your mind. They come to see you. I don't give a shit if they come to see you for 20 minutes. It's exactly what you want them to come and see you and spend time with you. So then in your mind, you're like, of course he did. He always say he cannot get enough of me. He has to be around me all the time. Like he's constantly spending time with me. Because guess what's going to happen then? The next time they come over, it's maybe for 2 hours. Look, of course, he's always spending time with me. Now he's coming over the next day and then the next day and the next day, because you're embracing the change as it's happening instead of bitching about it over and over and over again, or finding the negative when the change is happening. This shit floors me. That you want something, you get it, and then you want to bitch about how it's being, you want to bitch about it versus changing it in your mind so you get more of that behavior. Because you guys have no problem reverting to the negative. It's like a magnetic pole. You can't help yourself. You cannot help yourself. You're like, let me find the negative in this shit. Oh, they did this. Let me find the negative in that. They're doing this. Let me find something to complain about when it comes to that too. Versus embracing it all and changing the meaning and assigning the meaning you want it to have. Therefore, you get more of that behavior. Come on, guys. Come on. All right, guys. So let's do the photo bath because I got to go to the bathroom. Oh, Natalie, a dry text is like a, hey, I hope you have a good day. That's what people consider a dry text. Or like, you know, how was your day? You know, hey, hi. That's what people consider dry text. That's right. That's right, Lisa. We can't justify things anymore. I know, Brandy. Like, that's what we have to look at. We have to look at the things that they told you when they broke up with you. Take a look at it. Go ahead. I'll give you permission for 1 minute to go into old story. The negative part, the breakup. Take a look at what they told you. That will tell you everything you need to know. Okay? Because then that's how you know what to change. That's how you know what to change. It's all you. It's all you. So don't get mad at them for what they said, but just know it's feedback and say, oh, okay, he told me that he's not good enough for me. So that meant that all I did was complain about everything that he did. Even if it wasn't verbalized, if I may not have said it to him, but maybe in my mind, it just never was good enough. It just wasn't good enough. And therefore it pushed out. I made him feel internally that he wasn't good enough. Because for me, it was never good enough. Because that's what we do. We bitch. We bitch. They buy you a dozen roses. You're like, really? A dozen? Should have been 2. Where's the card? Oh, the stupid shit. You know, you bitches know what I'm talking about. They'll do something and you will find some kind of way to bitch about what they did. It's easy to do that. But you need to stop. Okay? Okay. Hold your questions. Oh, good, Cod. Good. I love that your SP's been talking to you so much. Speed this along, my dude. Speed this along. Sarah. That's right. That's right. You reward them like a puppy every time they do something. Every time they do something right. Thanks, Lucy sister. I did the affirmation. He's telling me everything, and he's doing it like how it was at the beginning. You see that? Told you guys. If you guys have a communication problem, a lot of you guys have a communication problem with your SP. And so I told you guys, why don't you start saying, he tells me everything. He literally tells me everything. And Cod, she said that, and he's doing it like how he was at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure Cod isn't going to be like, I've been repeating that for 8 months. No, because it floors me when you guys will come here and be like, I've been doing this for 10 years. No, you haven't been doing shit for 10 years. You haven't been doing shit for 10 years, but taking bullshit advice. Here, if you think I'm going to be working with you 10 years from now on your SP, you got me all the way fucked up. I'm not going to be doing that. Nope, not unless you want me to be working on, family life and marriage and living in a mansion. We can do that. We can do that. Yes, Rabu, you can. You can. They always talk to me with nothing but respect. They're always showing me that they love me. I can never do anything wrong to my SP. Mm-hmm. My SP never gets mad at me. Yes, you could always use never and always to work in your favor. Okay, as long as, and so you just take something that you always want them to do and things that you never want them to do or never want you to look at, right? And that's where this comes into leveraging and saying, how exactly do I want him to perceive me? Right? Oh, I never want him to get mad at me. I can never do anything wrong. He thinks I am perfect. Like, he never gets mad at me. Well, I guess you won't have any arguments, will you? I guess there'd be nothing to complain about, right? Because you're perfect in his eyes. Yeah. He's always telling me how much I love him. He's always telling me how much he loves me. Sophie, just do it. Okay? We're going to do the photo method, and I'll get back to you, Sophie, in a second. Now, I never thought about it until now, guys. How brilliant am I? Who needs a speaker stand when you have a fucking water bottle? And it's free. Well, it's actually not free, but it's free for me. Who needs a speaker stand? Don't steal my idea. All right, guys. Find a little comfy place. Find a nice little comfy place, guys, and I want you to close your eyes, okay? I thought so too. I was standing here holding it and making my hand all tired and shit. All right, find a nice comfy place, relax. We're going to cut the energy cord with you and your SP, okay? If you're new here, we cut the energy cord every day with our SPs because you want it to be nice, fresh energy, okay? We're not cutting your SP out of your life. We're cutting the stale energy, the old bad energy between you and SP. You know, the breakup energy? Yeah, we're clearing that energy. So therefore, what's going to happen is they are going to get an idea. You will pop into their mind, okay? Where all of a sudden, this time when you pop into their mind, the thought of you seems a bit different because there is no old energy anymore. It's only new energy, fresh energy. So they'll think about you. And when they think about you, this time they will notice a shift because they will feel a shift in their energy with you. Now, all of a sudden, what they used to have when it came to like resentment or anger or frustration with you, now they notice something's different, okay? Which is why you pop into their mind because the energy is cut, okay? I did this with an ex of mine. I was not trying to manifest him back at the time. I did this with an ex and I hadn't talked to him in 8 years. Fortunately for him, my phone number's been the same for 25. So he contacted me after 8 years and said, hey, I was just thinking about you. How you doing? I was like, good. So that's how this works. Okay. So that's what we're going to do now. It's a very quick visualization exercise. Don't worry about it if you're not a stellar visualizer. I'm not a stellar visualizer either, so don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about that shit, okay? It still works. All right? All right. And also make sure you have your picture of your SPs out, because right after we do the energy cutting, we're going to be doing the photo method. All right? Okay, so I want you to close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths in and out. Do it now. And I want you to imagine that you're in a big, giant theater. It's a dark theater. You're sitting in a seat in the center of the theater. And in front of you, there's a giant stage. Now, on this stage, there's a single stage light that goes from the ceiling of the stage down to the center of the stage. I want you to direct your focus into that light. And as you stare into the light, you start to realize that you're not alone in the theater. In fact, as you stare into the light, you can notice that off into the distance, in the back of the stage, out of the light, you notice a shadowy figure. And as you shift your focus from the light to the shadowy figure, you start to notice and just feel that it's your SP. Now, I want you to you're going to say your SP's name. I want you to call your SP into the light, into the center of the stage. As your SP starts to walk into the light, you start to notice their facial features, their physical features. You also notice a gold cord that runs from the center of your third eye directly into their third eye. Now, I want you to I want you to ask your SP these 2 questions, and I want you to hear them respond. If you can hear their voice, great. If you cannot, don't worry about it. Okay, I want you to ask your SP right now, do you support me? Hear them tell you, yes. Now ask them, do you love me? Also hear them tell you, yes. Now I want you to repeat these 4 phrases to your SP. This time, they're not going to respond, and that's okay. I want you to tell your SP, look at your SP in their eyes right now, and say this to your SP. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want you to reach up with your hand as if it's a pair of scissors. And I want you to cut the gold cord that comes from your third eye. And as the cord begins to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand. And I want you to grab the roots of that gold cord from your third eye, pull them out and just toss them aside. As the cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP starts to float away like a giant balloon. And as they float away, they're getting farther and farther and smaller and smaller and farther and farther and smaller and smaller and smaller until they just disappear. Now take a deep breath in and out and open your eyes. All right. So if it caused an emotional trigger for you, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Okay. You cut the energy cord. You can do this with anyone in your life. You should do this with your children. You're not doing it with people because you have an ill will to them. Thanks, Cynthia, girlfriend. Okay. This is done with anybody in your life, even if you have a great relationship with them, because it keeps the energy fresh. It keeps it nice and fresh all the time. So if you have children, cut the energy cord with your children. If you have parents that tend to be a lot, cut it with them. Anybody that's in your life on a consistent basis. Yes, you can, Danielle. I don't know if you know what? Yeah, you can, Danielle. 1,000%. Okay, so you can do it with anybody in your life, anybody who's consistently a part of your life. You can do it with your boss. You can do it with whoever you want. Okay, start with those immediately around you. And then you can branch out. You can cut the energy cord with all your freaking exes. Because you have to understand what's called, you have to understand that you're connected to, your energy is connected to everyone's energy that you've ever encountered. So start with the people that are negative from your past. Okay. So if you have like energy vampires or people that are really negative, even if you don't talk to them anymore, cut the energy cord with those people first, the energy vampires, the negative people, because you will go ahead and, that's how, and because you'll notice that you'll wake up the next day with a lot more energy because you cut out the bad energy with the people from your past. Okay. I'm so excited for you, Danielle. It's kind of why I'm, see, look at that. After 3 years. Yes, Sarah, it is. I 1,000% would do it with them. You have a choice to talk to them or not, right? Because you're an adult. You have a choice to talk to them or not, but to preserve your energy, I would cut the cord with them. 1,000%, right? Because it's not about preserving their energy. It's about your energy. Okay. So I would do that with that. All right. So let's get these photos out of you and your SP, or of your SP, excuse me. All right. So for those of you that are in no contact, I need you to get over the shit. Okay. I need you to get over the no contact. Okay. Hold on, Andy, and I'll answer it when we're done with this exercise. Okay. I need you to get over the no contact. Okay. And the way we're going to do that is by, hold your questions, guys. I haven't been on live. It's been like SP has. Dang it. Mic drop, Diamond. What, bitch? I was wondering where the hell you've been, though. Don't think I didn't notice. Okay. Oh, man. Look at that. Her SP reached out with a birthday wish and he paid back the $1,000. The reason that's funny is because like a week or two ago, we were all laughing about that on the live saying, yeah, how many SPs owe us money? And so many people were like that. I said, yeah, look at the photo and be like, you're paying me back, bitch. And he paid her back $1,000. What? Man, that was best. That was great. So that's all right. Most of us, if you have a picture of your man and it was taken by your man or even not taken by your man, most of the time they're goofy ass pictures. Men are not photo takers in any sense of that word. Okay, they're not photo takers. All right, so I need to get you over where you're currently at with your SP. And the only way we can do that is by seeing movement, right? Is by expecting something different from your SPs than what you're currently getting right now. And that's what the photo method is designed to do. Okay. It's highly, highly beneficial. It works like a charm all the time. And so that's what we're going to do now. So right now, I want you to sit back, relax, and expect to end no contact. If you're in no contact, not anymore, bitch. And I want you to expect different behavior from your SP. I want you to expect your SP to contact you with this method. It's very powerful. You can go to if you want to do this repeatedly, you can go to my profile. It's pinned to the top of my page. It's got 40,000 views. Read the comments. Read the comments. Works on anybody. It works on children. Works on whoever you want it to work on. Your boss. Okay? But mainly your SP. All right. So I want you to go back right now into your relationship. I want you to go back down relationship memory lane. And I want you to shoot all the way back to the beginning of your relationship. The point in your relationship when everything with you and your SP was perfect. When they were checking all the boxes. Like, they made you the happiest person in the world, right? You were that version of your SP you wanted to marry. You saw a life with this person. I want you to recall that version of your SP right now. I want you to remember how they made you feel. Who they were as a person for you. How did they treat you? Recall that version of them right now. Forget who they were 5 seconds ago, because that version of your SP no longer exists. The only version of your SP that exists right now is the one that you're recalling right now. Your perfect person. I want you to hold on to this version of your SP right now. Hold on to that version, the version of your SP that was chasing you, constantly trying to get your attention, who was always calling and texting you, who was constantly spending time with you, who wanted to be with you, who was in love with you, who was talking about a future together. That version of your SP is the only version that exists from now and this point forward. No other version exists except for this one of your SP. They are your perfect SP. Okay? Now they're in your current reality. You just brought them back to your current reality. And you're going to keep that there. Okay? Hold on to only this version of your SP. Okay, now, if you are new here, you're going to put on your crown. If you are not new here, SP is specific person. You're going to straighten your crown because we don't take our crowns off here. We wear them 24/7. We get what we want and we get it when we want it. Don't you guys love this shit? I need a bigger one though. It's so beautiful though. We wear our crowns 24/7. We get what we want and we get it when we want it. When queens and kings give commands, do they sit there and question or wonder? Do you love it, Holistic Pharmacist? Isn't it freaking amazing? When kings and queens give commands, do they sit there and wonder, question, worry if their command will be fulfilled? Do they have to check? No. When kings and queens give commands, they know that it will be fulfilled. They expect it. They don't have to check because they're the queen and the king, and what they say goes. That is the same with you. Go follow Holistic Pharmacist, by the way. If you guys think you have an irregulated nervous system, go follow my girl Holistic Pharmacist and go fucking do it now before we get into the photo method, okay? Go do it now. She'll help you regulate your nervous system. Okay. Which causes you to have more emotional balance, okay? So y'all aren't tripping about your past with your SP. Anyway. Okay, so that's where you need to, that's what you need to realize, okay? So that is the version of your SP. Yes, Sarah, tug her up. That's the version of your SP you need to understand, okay? So Now you're going to give your commands to your SP. Okay, right now. Okay. So if you are alone, I want you to say this out loud. If you are not alone, say it in your mind. Don't look like a wacko. Okay. Now, okay, I like saying it out loud because you can say it with a little bit more backbone, a little bit more conviction. Okay. You are the queen and king of your reality. So let me tell you something. We don't settle for here. You have your perfect version of your SP. We literally just went and brought your SP back into your current reality, your perfect version. The one who calls and texts you all the time. The one who is constantly wanting to spend time with you. The one who wants to be with you, who wants to do anything to make you happy. That is the only version of your SP that exists right now. So it should not be hard for you to expect and know that they're going to contact you because you're going to tell them to. And you're just going to live in the knowing. We have to start doing things differently. And just know that this is inevitable. Okay? This does work. It works every time. And this is going to work for you, period. It works for everybody. It should. The timing is entirely up to you. Okay? So now, if you are no contact or contact, but it's not consistent contact, then you are going to look at your SP's photo and you're going to tell them to contact you. You can say contact, text, or call. Okay? By the way, girly pop pop, I did not see a text from you. Okay, so you can say however they would naturally reach out to you is exactly how they're going to reach out to you. Okay, so you would say something like, You're texting me right now. You are 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 texting me right now. Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay. Now, if you are in consistent contact, if you're in consistent contact, but you have two choices. You can either one, move to the next step, or two, you can just tell them to contact you right now and prove your power. Okay. So you can say, you're contacting me right now. Or you can say, you're coming to see me today. 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 Okay. Now, if you are if you are a friendship, situationship, relationship with your SP, then you can do whatever you want. You can tell them they're contacting you right now. They're coming to see you today, or you can have fun with it. And you can tell them anything you want. You're bringing me dinner tonight. You're cooking me dinner tonight. You're rubbing my feet tonight. You're giving me sexy time tonight. Whatever you want them to do. Okay. There's no limits to what you can tell them to do. Okay. So I want you to do that now. I didn't ask for circumstances. Circumstances do not matter at all. Circumstances don't matter. Do not even acknowledge blocked, because your perfect person, the one that you're recalling right now, would never block you. Okay. All right. So get it done. I'm gonna pause this live like I do every day because I got to go to the ladies' room. So get it done right now. Give your commands and expect them to contact you. And we we are back. Let me take a sip of my water. Let me remove my microphone. It's a dual purpose. It keeps you hydrated, and it's at your convenience for stand. Man, I'm brilliant. I'm gonna start selling these. Jen, you said when they reach out, you don't say love messages. Right. Correct, Clarissa. If they're, let's say they message you, thanks, MKD girlfriend. Okay. Let's say he messages you and he's saying loving things. Well, then you can say loving things back, right? You let the conversation flow where it flows. Let it go where it goes. Okay. Forcing the 3D is they message you and you're like, oh my God. He's like, hey, how's it going? You're like, oh my God, I'm so in love with you. Thank you so much for contacting me. Oh my God, I've missed you so much. That's forcing the 3D. Now, if he sends you a text and he's like, hey, I just want to let you know, I've just been thinking about you and I really miss you, then there's nothing wrong with you saying, oh, I miss you too. That's right. A hydrated, innovative queen. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. Okay. You're laughing, Lisa, because you know that he's going to contact you. Why wouldn't he? Have you seen yourself? What if he said he doesn't want to be in a relationship and nothing will change his mind? Well, Thando, you have two choices. Okay. You have two choices, Thando. You can choose to listen to what he said. You can do that. But if you choose to listen to what he said, then, whiplash, please do not mail love letters. Do not do that. Okay. I'll tell you that in a second, Andy. Oh, actually, I'll address that now. Then I'll address the other one. We'll go in order of what's going to annoy me the most. Okay. What do you say to a picture if they don't know who you are? Doesn't matter. You're contacting me right now. However he contacts you, you won't probably, especially if you don't know him, you probably won't guess the how. If all of a sudden let's say all of a sudden you happen to like one of his stories, right? And you're telling him he's texting you right now. And all of a sudden he has 55,000 people that liked his story. Somehow you're going to stand out. Okay. Somehow he will notice you on his friends list. It only has to be a minute. Somehow he'll get the idea to contact you and he'll reach out to you. Somehow you will get his attention. Okay. Because most people come from desperate energy versus you come from boss bitch energy. There's a difference. Okay. You can, Lisa, you can get them to tell you whatever you want them to do, right? That's what Sarah did. She was adamant. She joked. She's like, he texts me every time I do the photo method. He texts me, but he still hasn't fucking said what I want him to say yet. So I'm going to keep going. And sure enough, he said exactly what she told him he was going to say. Yeah. There's this little word, this little thing that he used to tell her, that he used to call her. And she wanted him to say that again. And so she kept at it. He'd text her, wouldn't call her that. So she would say it again. And sure enough, she posted, that was part of her success story. She said, he finally said what I wanted him to say. When she stopped waiting, she got everything she wanted. An apology and everything. And, confirmation. And now he's back home. In 4 days. Come on, guys. Let's not overcomplicate the shit. Okay? Now, back to you. Where the fuck are you? Thando, that's right. Back to you, Thando. I'm assuming you're new here though, because I don't recognize you. So don't take this personal. Okay. I'm here to help. Okay. So don't take this personal. However, before I get into, we have a lot of new people here. I'm obviously your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. Okay. That's what this is all about here. I don't give trash advice. I give realistic advice. I know what works and what doesn't work. I manifested my SP back from no contact to fully living with me in a matter of 4 weeks. So I'm good at it. The amount of testimonials I have since I've been teaching only on specific person for 60 days is far surpassed people who have been teaching this shit for years. And you know why? Because I know what I'm talking about. Because I've done it. Okay. I don't regurgitate advice for what? I don't need to. I know what works and what doesn't work. So I'm here to accelerate your process. So a lot of people have gotten insane movement when nothing they did before they found me worked. That's what I'm here to help you do. Okay. So if you are interested in having me manifest for you, or you want one-on-one, if you are interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want one-on-one coaching with me, I'm good at it all. Okay. Mainly we do SPs when it comes to one-on-one coaching, but I lost over 100 pounds in less than 11 months, no diet, no exercise, that's how I got my start in the manifestation community. So I'm good at that. I'm also good at business success. I built 2 very successful businesses in the past, and also manifested built loads of money. So I'm good at all that. I don't teach what I have not successfully done. I think that's unethical, to say the least. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people that do. So if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, or you want me to manifest for you, all links are in my bio. I also do offer personalized hypnosis recordings and sleep meditations and text coaching. So grab whatever works for you, bitch. I'm like the low price leader in the coaching space because I want to help as many people as possible. And no, I don't do email coaching. Okay. I talk to you on the phone. Okay. So I want to help you get out of your own way and figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right. Okay. I think I told you I manifest my back. Yeah, I did. Okay. I also have a WhatsApp community. We're going to be kicking off this weekend our monthly challenge. We're also going to be starting to do Zoom Q&As live with me. Again, I don't do Q&A member videos. I think that's stupid too. But the only time I would do that is for the members only community on YouTube. But other than that, I will also be posting exclusive content and techniques within our WhatsApp community that's only exclusive to our members there, and rants, because clearly you need them. Okay? Okay. So I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time on TikTok. If you ever miss a live, I do my best to upload them every single day on the tube of you. So head on over there. While you're there, subscribe. Watch my long lives play, mute the volume. I don't really care. Help me get my watch hours up and engage with the video, like comment on it or whatever, because it pushes out. This is why people buy comments. I refuse to do that. But it pushes it out to a wider audience because I need my videos to get in front of all the trash that's going around there on the internet because my shit works. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Alrighty. Now, Fando, back to you. Back to our regular scheduled program. What if he said he doesn't want to be in a relationship and nothing will change his mind? You can choose to accept it or you can choose not to accept it. Okay. If you choose not to accept, you can choose to accept what he said, therefore nothing will ever change his mind. The only reason why he told you that is because you were questioning if he wanted to be in a relationship with you. You were questioning his feelings about you. You were questioning where this relationship was headed. Therefore, he confirmed what you didn't want to hear. He doesn't want a relationship with you. And nothing's going to change his mind. What you need to do right now is say, game on, bitch. Oh, nothing's going to change your mind? Game on. That's all. Every one of you should have the same mentality. Game on. Let me show you that I have the only reason, here's the thing. The only reason he said that is because you assumed that was true. That was your thought process about it. You were questioning it. Therefore he confirmed it. That's all they're ever doing is confirming your thoughts. So why give a fuck what he says? So instead, you need to change it. So you need to sit there and say, he absolutely wants a relationship with me right now. He wants a relationship with me right now. That's right, Danielle. That's why we get along so well, bitch, because game on. I play to win. That's the difference, right? Game on, and I play to win. Checkmate. Because on a chessboard, I don't even play chess, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this. On a chessboard, what is the most powerful piece on a chessboard? I'll give you a clue. The queen. The queen. So everyone in your 3D reality is nothing but the pawn. Yeah, they're the pawn. Okay? The king is your SP, but still not more powerful than the queen. You get them to do what you want them to do. So you need to, thanks, girlfriend. So you need to understand that. You need to understand that I'm the queen and that's the most powerful piece on the chessboard for a reason. So I'm going to channel my boss ass, queen ass energy. And I wish a man would try to tell me that shit. I don't think so. Oh, you don't want a relationship with me? Okay. You'll be saying something very different tomorrow. And that's all I need to know. You're going to say something very different tomorrow. Because in here, you absolutely want a relationship with me right now. You want to be with nobody but me all day, every day. I'm your favorite person. You think we are perfect together. You can't imagine your life without me in it, bitch. Yeah. That needs to be your mentality. And he will conform to that. All of a sudden, he said nothing's going to change his mind to, you know what? I actually do want to be with you. Let's talk about our relationship. I've changed my mind. And then you say, really? And in here, you say, that's what you say in your mind. Just say. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Shanti. The actual name for a holistic pharmacist is Angela Orr. Angela Orr. That's her name. Okay. So, do you understand? Everything takes place in your mind. You have two choices. One, you can listen to what comes out of their fucking mouth, which how many different directions till Sunday do I have to tell you to stop doing that? Who cares what they say? Who gives two shits what they say? Because all that is for you is feedback. It's feedback to say, okay, I don't like what he just said, so where am I going wrong in my thoughts about it? Oh, okay, I don't like how he's behaving right now, so where am I going wrong in my thoughts about it? Oh, he's pulling back a little bit. Hold on. Where am I wavering in my thoughts? Everything is feedback. Everything is feedback. Nothing's written in stone unless you want to have it written in stone. For what? For what? If somebody tells me something I don't want to hear, I don't think so. I don't think so. You can talk to it as often as you want, Andy. I don't think so. No one tells me in my reality what I don't want to hear. And I don't give a shit who you are. I don't care how high up the freaking chain you are and how much of an authority you are into society. Not to me. Not to me. Not unless you want to tell me what I want to hear. Because if you don't, I reject. I reject, I reject, I reject all day long. I don't need to tell you I reject, but I refuse to accept. I don't accept anything that I don't like. And you need to stop accepting things that you don't like in your reality. You need to assign positive meaning to everything, right? We don't just want to break negative patterns. We want to create positive patterns. Positive patterns, because if everything operates off of patterns, what patterns are you creating? All the negative patterns? Or do you want to start creating the positive patterns too? He texts you one time. Beautiful. Hold on to that. I don't care what that text said. Hold on to the fact that he texted you that one time and use that to get another text. Of course, why wouldn't he text me? He loves texting me. He texts me all the time. So then he texts you again. I don't care if it was a week later and they text you again. Of course, but in between that week, you're sticking with your story of he's always texting and calling me. He tells me everything. He always has to talk to me. He talks to me all the time. I don't care if it's been 3 days since you heard from him. Hold on to the first text as proof. And then he texts you again. Maybe it's a week later. Look at him, always calling and texting me. He's always calling and texting me. Of course he is. So then all of a sudden, 2 days go by. Instead of a week, now Only 2 days went by. You got a third text from him. Same thing. I don't care what the text said. So now you get another text from him, and you'll notice that the text starts to become a lot more, the conversation starts to become a lot more frequent because you are creating a positive pattern instead of a negative one. Instead of bitching about the type of text he's sending you, thanks, George's sister. Instead of bitching about the type of text he's sending you and the way he's showing up, you want to acknowledge the fact that of course, why wouldn't he come over? I don't care if he came over with a bit of an attitude. He loves spending time with me. He is so sweet to me. He loves spending time with me. Period. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. That's right. After my live, guys, you can hop on Holistic Pharmacist Live where she'll talk about your regulated nervous system. Okay, so now you should have a regulated nervous system in general. Do not create false assumptions, though. Do you understand? Everything is an assumption, okay? So do not tell can you learn something and get a regulated nervous system? 1,000%, okay? And is that beneficial? Yes, but do not tell yourself that you can't have something because of something. Don't do that, okay? Instead, do it for beneficial gain for you in general, right? Educate yourself, okay? Okay, so you guys need to come from that perspective. Come from that perspective. Do you understand? Everything is a positive thing. Positive patterns over and over and over again. Positive patterns. They come over, I don't care if they came over 3 times this week with nothing but a fucking attitude. You can describe them differently in your mind, right? Describe them differently in your mind so that therefore their attitude changes. But acknowledge every time they're spending time with you. I don't care if it was for 5 minutes. Acknowledge that. Hold on to that. And then the next time they come and see you, they spend another 10 minutes with you. You're like, of course, he's always spending time with me. Shit, he cannot get enough of me. He cannot stand to be away from me. Thanks, lovely. Then all of a sudden, what happens after that? Now he's coming over more frequently. Now he's staying longer. Because you're assigning positive meanings. You're creating positive patterns, not just negative ones. And I told you, you can create an assumption within yourself based on 2 times. First time, great. Second time, this is exactly, I love you too, Erica, girlfriend. This is exactly the behavior I expect. Yes, of course he always calls and texts me. Boom, assumption created. If you focus on the positive instead of the fucking negative. Do you understand? That's right, Rhea. That's right. I appreciate you, Daniela. That's right. Who doesn't want a man who brought the trash can out, the groceries in the house, and the laundry out? The laundry out's a big one. Have you ever noticed it's easy to throw clothes in the laundry? But then when you have to take it out, you're like, when are they going to have AI? They need to focus on the priority of the AI spectrum here. Like, why can't you have some kind of AI version of folding my laundry for me? I put it in the dryer and then comes all out already folded. I'd buy that laundry bag. I'd buy that laundry machine. My friend drives me nuts because she'll do the laundry and then she'll put it all on her bed, pile it all up on her bed. And then when she gets ready to go to bed, what does she do? Throws all the laundry on the floor. Now she got to redo it. I was like, see, no. And it drives me nuts to put laundry on the bed and let it sit there. Because I'm like, hello, there's this thing called wrinkles. Just saying. Let's do it, Danielle. Let's do it, sister. Let's get you having an all-around amazing life. Okay? And he will reach out. No. Shunzy. Okay, good. You believe more and more that he is obsessed with you and he is contacting you right now. He can't not contact you. He literally just cannot stand to not talk to you. He literally can't stand it. Not talking to you gives him fucking hives. Every day he's miserable without you. He's miserable. He's completely miserable when you're not around. You know that will be true. That's right, Danielle. That's right. That is right. Sounds good, Mimi. Sounds good, Mimi. I'm excited to work with you and manifest your SP. Get them to, like, conform quickly. Okay? Okay. We're going to have a bunch of men walking around with hives. That's right. I suggest you contact me right now, because every day that goes by that we don't talk, yeah, you're getting hives, bitch. There you go. Gutter trash gives him hives. He's completely allergic to gutter trash. Completely allergic. Andy, my coaching details are in my bio. You'll see all services in my bio. Could you imagine? Man, but see, that's how you have to think outside the box. I'm totally petty, and I have no problem being petty. I have no problem being petty. And so you have to learn to play the petty game better. That's what this is about. Okay? You have to learn to play the petty game better and be like, yeah, his dogs can't stand gutter trash. In fact, yeah, she's like a chew toy. His dogs think gutter trash is their pee mat. I'm just saying. Could you imagine? The dogs won't stop peeing on her ass? Andy, that's entirely up to you. But typically, we've had people that came across the photo method first day, got contact. Okay, so anything. There you go. I see what I'm saying, guys. This is supposed to be fun. Because when you guys say certain things about them, it has to be true. It has to become true. And then you'll get all the confirmation. Then the best thing you can do is walk away. Because, when your SP comes back and tells you that, like let's say, there's gutter trash, and he comes back and he's like, yeah, it's weird. All they do is pee on her. Then you're just like, you know what? Oh my God, I really have to go to the bathroom. Because you're about to die laughing in front of their face. Or he's like, it's so weird. Like, I have this rash that just appeared and it won't go away. You're just like, interesting. And then you're gonna have to walk away, because he's gonna be like, why are you laughing? You're just like, I just thought about something funny. Sorry. So I'm just saying, the world is your playground. Okay. Have fun with it. You're supposed to have fun with these type of things. Like, you're supposed to be like, okay, it's about leveraging. There's no way that said, yeah. Every time he's around gutter trash, he gets a migraine. He gets a complete migraine. Not anymore, Boone. He misses me so much and he wants to see me, but he doesn't have any money to travel. That's right. That's always a good one. It's always a good one. Jackie, who doesn't want gutter trash to be crazy or a psycho. Okay, Boone, at least he got the idea. Yes, he did get the idea. Now change his story. Okay? Change his story. So be like, he loves to save his money, because he saves all the money he has so that he can come and see me. Yeah, he's constantly coming to see me. If you'll say he's constantly coming to see you, however he has to get the money to do that, will. But you can also put that in a story and be like, he's constantly planning for our future together. He wants nothing more but to provide for me and him. He saves all his money so that he can travel to come see me. And he will. And in fact, he'll probably tell you that too. Yeah, like, I really want to come see you, and I'm saving my money right now so I can do that. You're like, really? Great. Oh, man. Okay, Natalie, take what you said and combine it with what Glitter Sparkles said. Gutter trash smells like nothing but a fish market. I'm just saying. I'm just saying is when you can have that's right. That's right, Shanzi. I expect to be invited to all your weddings. I expect to be invited to all your weddings. But this is where we leverage, right? And we want to sit there. We want to sit there and say, okay, if they have to show up, if everyone in our reality has to show up based on our assumptions of them, what do I want to assume that works in my favor, right? That benefits me. And so you can do that. You can assume whatever you want when it comes to gutter trash. You can assume whatever you want when it comes to SP. So you can literally, like what we said, like SP, like every second we're apart, he gets a rash. Like he gets a rash every day we're apart. Like he cannot stand to be away from me. Whatever you want. And it will become true for him. Okay. Now, of course, make sure that whatever happens when he doesn't talk to you doesn't negatively affect you. You know what I mean? Maybe you might want to be specific on where he gets the rash. Just saying. So this is it's supposed to, like, have fun with it. Okay. I want you guys to take it. I don't want you to suffocate your manifestations anymore. I want you to focus on two things: how you see them, the behavior you expect of them. Flash, I want you to look at his picture and tell him he's coming to see you right now. Okay. He's coming to see you right now. Okay. That's what I want you to do, Flashy. That's right. Gutter trash, the smelliest fish on the planet. And when he says, yeah, I'm like, yeah, dude, like, she just smells like fish. You're like, really? But then you have to have like a game plan in your head. So when he's like, why are you laughing? You're just like, oh, I was thinking about this movie that I saw. I was just thinking about this movie that I saw. Or I was thinking about a friend that I had when I was growing up that she just smelled like fish all the time too. And so it just made me laugh. Oh, man. She's crazy, lazy, she's dirty, and she smells. That's right. That's right. Leverage, guys. Leverage. But when he breaks no contact, how do you not look desperate for accepting that? Okay, you keep it natural, Natalie. Okay, you want to keep it natural. It seems like you guys are trying to figure out the how. Don't worry about it because it's not going to be like, you're not going to sound desperate. I mean, because literally what's going to happen is he's going to, like, let's say he contacts you today. Okay. And you're going to literally be like, he doesn't see that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, you're all super excited because you're like, yes. And you're on the feel good vibes and all that stuff, but you keep the conversation natural. Because now that's what gets chased, right? Where you're like, hey, how are you? Oh, hey, yeah, it's been a long time. How are you? You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, then they respond back. And then you just keep it completely casual. Now, what you don't do when they break no contact and they contact you is their phone should never hear this. Ping, 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 ping. That's what their phone should never hear, because what that means is your whole ass sent them 55,000 text messages. No. Plus, you don't force the 3D. So forcing the 3D again would be he contacts you like, hey, I was just thinking about you and wanted to see how you were doing. That's fine. Answer the question. And then be like, how are you doing? You see what I'm saying? But you can't be like, oh my God, I've been waiting to hear back from you. Oh my God, I've missed you so much, blah, blah, blah. You can't do that. You can't do that. Well, I would say yes, it's manifest because uh, I like to do that where you can see them texting you, right? You can see them text you. I do with my boyfriend. You can see them text you, but sit there and respond right away. For what? I'll wait a little bit, finish my show or whatever I'm doing, and then I'll respond. It's not a big deal. You can do that. That's what I would do because it doesn't come off as desperate energy. Okay. Like as if you're just sitting there waiting on the phone. Because some of you guys be doing that shit. You just be sitting on the phone. Ask me how I know that. Okay. But last time we met, we were intimate, then no contact again. Natalie, that's because you're not breaking the pattern. Okay. You're not breaking the pattern. So you have to break that pattern. Okay. So let's say he contacts you today and he's like, hey, what you doing tonight? Want to hang out? Right. And now you're intimate. Okay. That's fine. Ain't no crime in that game. But you cannot, this is your chance to grow. This is where you break pattern, is you need to tell yourself, he'll call me tomorrow. Yeah. He's totally going to call me tomorrow. He's totally going to contact me tomorrow. He literally can't go a day without talking to me. He has to talk to me all the time. He talks to me all day, every day. You have to now break that pattern because therefore you'll notice, because this is what happens is he called you, you were intimate. And then somewhere in your mind, you questioned if you were going to hear from him. So then you didn't. Or you're viewing your situation as hookup, as friends with benefits. So therefore he treats you that way. Okay. So you would have to, so now this is the chance that you break the pattern. So now you say something different. When you have a hookup, you say something fucking different. Apply it a different meaning. First of all, this is not a hookup. This is a relationship. I'm having sex with my boyfriend. And then when at the second you're done, at the second he leaves, he's contacting me. He's going to text me as soon as he gets home. Yeah. He has to talk to me every day, all day. Like all day, every day, he contacts me, right? Now you have to stick with that story because you have to allow for the turnaround. So you have to stick with that story. I don't care if he doesn't contact you the next day. No, he's always calling and texting me. In fact, he's going to contact me right now because he will, and he'll break no contact. So now you hold on to that and continue with your new story. He's constantly contacting me. He talks to me all day, every day. Then he texts you again. Now you have a new pattern created. Okay. Now you're creating a new pattern instead of intimate ghost, intimate ghost, intimate ghost, intimate ghost. It's intimate, contacts me later. Intimate, contacts me again all day, every day. Intimate to relationship because we talk all day, all the time. Okay. So now you're creating a new pattern. So that's my stretch to you. Okay. Because everything is a pattern. I never text him first. He always messaged first. I just expect. That's right. Just expect, girl. Just expect. I wonder what it is about mornings. The rest of the day is fine. But when I first wake up, it's anxiety. Eli Licious. I like the name, by the way. That's fine. So you make it work for you, right? So the first thing you should be doing when you wake up is affirming. Because for the first 5 to 10 minutes while you're waking up, after you open your eyes, you're still in SATS, state akin to sleep. So your subconscious mind is still wide open to suggestion because your conscious mind is trying to wake up. Okay. So therefore, you affirm because it gets it in there. Just like when I wake up to go to the bathroom, I'll go back to sleep, affirming as I go back to sleep. Because you're going back to sleep and you're affirming and your subconscious mind is wide open. When you go to the bathroom, your subconscious mind, in the middle of the night, your conscious mind, this is why you kind of stumble when you're walking in the bathroom. You kind of look like you're drunk walking to the bathroom, right? Because your conscious mind is not awake. It's trying to wake up, but your subconscious mind is awake. Which is why you know how to go to the which is why you know how to get to the bathroom even though you can't see. Okay? If you have blackout curtains like me. I'm still awake by fucking 7 o'clock. So I don't really kind of understand the benefit of that for me, but I do enjoy it. Thanks, Andrina. Okay. So you want to do that instead. I'm manifesting my SP and I'm doing self-concept. I realized that's SC, thanks to you guys. I'm manifesting my SP and I'm doing self-concept right now, but I have a deep, calm knowing, but it's hard to trust. Lisa, when I manifest for you, I don't affirm, actually. So I don't affirm when I manifest for you because I do the photo method, but I do the photo method different than the way I teach you how to do the photo method because I'm not manifesting your SP into my reality, right? That'd be weird. And I don't think my boyfriend would appreciate that. But I don't manifest them into my reality or to be with me, right? So what I do when I have a conversation with your honey is very different, but I don't affirm for your SP. I tell his ass what to do in a loving, assertive way. You know, like a parent to a child. That's what I do. Because I don't have any resistance to your SPs. I don't care about them one way or another. I don't have old story. I don't have old version of them. You guys are all amazing. So I choose to assume all your SPs are amazing. So I don't have any resistance to them. So because of that, they tend to do what I want them to do quickly. If you play your part. What did this person say? Okay, Kin. So you're manifesting your SP and you're doing self-concept right now, but you have a deep, calm knowing, but it's hard to trust. So that's where you have to be honest with yourself. I'm not saying ditch self-concept affirmations, but it depends on where you're choosing to be at. Are you living in the end? Because if you are and you're not anywhere near the end, I would suggest against that. Okay. Because if you have a deep knowing, then you would be seeing progress because what you know pushes out. Okay. It's what you know and expect. Trusting is not the same. Okay. Trusting, don't worry about trusting. You'll believe it when you start to see movement. Okay. Which is what speeds it up. But the knowing and expectation is what survived before Amazon. Let's just talk about that. How did we survive before Amazon? I don't know. I don't know. And I don't care. But all I know is I live by Amazon. They get a 5-star review all fucking day. Where we go. And I got two, I don't know, smudge things that my daughter wanted. Because one didn't come. They thought they never sent it to me. So they sent me another one. Well, Robin, you have to, it's the knowing and expectation. Okay. So you have to tell yourself that, like, no, they totally, you can hear a conversation. You can manage hearing a conversation about them knowing, about you telling somebody you trust and hearing their voice. Like, I totally just won my lawsuit. They just settled for $450,000. They literally just settled for $450,000. And they'll be like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Right. And you just play that conversation on a loop, or you can just start telling yourself that, like, my lawsuit just settled for $450,000 today. My lawsuit just settled for $450,000 today. I get on it now because today is not possible because it's the weekend. But start doing that today and say today or right now. Well, Eli Licious, if you're dealing with anxiety when you first wake up, anxiety is fear of the unknown. That's what that comes from. Okay? It's just fear of the unknown. So literally all you would need to do is breathe. Wake up. Put on like a meditation. Put on like a meditation when you first wake up, right? A calming meditation. So oftentimes like there's the app like Calm, right? So a lot of times there will be those soothing sounds because it helps with having anxiety in the morning. So put on some kind of like calming meditation and just breathe for the first couple minutes. Just breathe. That will calm you down. Okay? That will calm your ass down. All right? All right. I'm struggling to stick with, I got a jet in a minute, guys. I'm struggling to stick with the story I get in my head. Well, Kirsten, you're supposed to be in your head. You're supposed to be in your head. So look at that like a bonus. Okay. But what story are you sticking to? Right? Because you don't have to stick to a story per se. It's like, that's where affirming comes in because it disciplines you. You can't be in your head if you're affirming. Okay. So instead it would be something like, he's the perfect, like you describe him every morning and every night, how you want him to be. And then throughout the day, he's the perfect boyfriend. 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 And get out of your fucking head. How about that? Thanks, Sekis. How about that? Yeah, tips for trusting your intuition is no, your intuition is your subconscious mind talking to you. Okay? Your subconscious mind, how else is it supposed to talk to you? Right? You're not going to sit there and all of a sudden words pop up on the screen. Okay? That's not your subconscious mind. So the way your subconscious mind talks to you is through either one, a feeling, or two, a thought, a random thought that will pop up. So that's where we'll call it like, I have this gut feeling. Like I just have this intuition. Trust it. Because that is your, and you trust it by knowing that that is your subconscious mind talking to you. Your subconscious mind, you don't have to worry about the how. It's not your job. All you have to do is say what you want. Your subconscious mind will figure out the how. The universe is not figuring out the how. God is not figuring out the how. Your subconscious mind is figuring out the how. Your subconscious mind knows exactly how as well. So if any time you get an intuitive thought or a feeling, trust it because that is your subconscious mind telling you exactly what needs to happen. That's what led me to TikTok Live. That's what led me to TikTok Live. Because I was literally just, I was talking to an entrepreneur, holistic pharmacist. I was talking to her. And I had said something about, I think I want to start my business again. I want to start from scratch, cold audience, everything. And I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I have no idea. But I need to manifest on a time crunch. I was like, not an option. I need to manifest on a time crunch. And one thing about me is I'm relentless. So I said, I have no idea how that's going to happen. Then like a day or two later, I was like, I just got the idea of TikTok Live. And I was like, I've never gone TikTok Live before. I was like, I've never gone live, period, ever. So I was like, I made video content. So I was like, well, hell, let's give it a whirl. Do you think I watched 55,000 videos on how to go TikTok Live? No. Do you think I watched anything? No, I didn't watch anything. I did not watch anything. I literally just asked a friend who does TikTok Lives how long I need to be going live for because I thought I was doing big shit because I went 15 minutes. And he was like, girl, you need to go like an hour. I was like, an hour? I was like, what the fuck do you talk about for an hour? He's like, don't worry about it. You'll figure, you guys don't even worry about that. And so I was like, okay. I had no idea what I was doing, but I got the idea, a random idea, but that's what led me to my manifestation. Just like when I was trying to go, when I wanted to go to the pool, and the pool is always unlocked at 8 a.m., always. And I wanted to go to the pool, and it was not unlocked. And it was when the leasing office opens late on Sundays. And so I was like, what the hell am I going to do? I don't want to drag my shit back. It was like across the street, but I was like, I don't want to drag my shit back. So I got the idea, a random thought popped into my head to contact my boyfriend because he had the keys, because he used to do the maintenance for the property. And so I did. Random thought. We hadn't talked. We had not talked. We had exchanged, because he gave me his phone number. We had exchanged like maybe 2 or 3 messages. Like that was nothing serious. We certainly weren't talking all day, every day. And I had one idea to contact him. That's what got us talking all day, every day. Because the pool was locked. And funny thing is, it ain't been locked since. All right, guys. Amazon is the best, man. I swear by it. Eli Licious, don't breathe life. First of all, don't put that dream in there. But don't breathe life into having a dream of him with gutter trash. No. Focus on the fact that you had a dream with him in it. I've had a couple dreams like that too in the past. Not anymore, but in the past. So what? So what? The fact is, if he's in your dreams and if he's in your dreams, then that means you're in his. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Okay? MKD's good at it. I'm gonna have to showcase her and give her credit. You have a good day too, so that's right. The pool locked was a bridge of incidents. Oh, he definitely did whiplash. He definitely did. Told you guys I had my seat and everything. Everybody at the pool knew that was my fucking seat. Everyone knew that was my seat. I'm very territorial, if you can't tell. And I made sure it had the perfect angle. Didn't matter where he was. This is what he looked at. So yeah. Anyway. All right, guys. I got a jet. I'm hungry too. So anyway, I love you guys. Happy Saturday, my dears. Okay. And I am not sure if I'll be going live tomorrow. I may. It certainly won't be for long. But I want you guys also to spend time with your families. You know what I'm saying? That kind of weird, you know? So I probably will give you guys the day off. I love you guys too. I don't know, Bevy, because I'm not sure what the plans are, but I'm going to give you guys probably the day off for Easter, because I want you guys to spend it with your families, right? Spend it and decompress, relax, just breathe. Just breathe, live in the knowing, and practice evolving. And then I'll be back here on Monday to check your ass if you guys got out of line. And I'm testing a theory. I think it's working on, because as you see, guys, we made it through the whole live. Because I think I have a peeping Tom, but it might be on my stories, which is why I did not share my live today on there, because I think that's how they know. So there's that. But you know what? You cannot hold me down. Because we are manifesting bitches. Because that happened 2 minutes after. Why the hell does American Express keep calling me? 2 minutes after, what were we? Our review was accepted. Or our appeal. Our appeal was accepted. So I think I figured it out, though. On how to get it beyond that. All right? But even if I don't go live tomorrow, don't worry. I'll be in the WhatsApp group to bitches you. Don't even trip. Okay? To keep you in mind. I love you, besties. And I will see you all possibly tomorrow, but for sure on Monday. That's right. They're giving me unlimited credit. They're calling me because they want to give me that black card right now. Love you guys. Happy Easter. Bye.